Hi everybody, welcome back to the Gallagher Shot YouTube channel for another Patreon special with the Always Smiling Faces podcast, lads.
Hey boys, lovely to see you
Hello.
again. Second time in a week.
And that
Look at all
two
nice
in a
and,
week.
nice and uniform as well. In my
Almost
what colours?
stripes. Almost
Look
stripes.
like a herd of zebras.
Project Zebra. Is that still going?
God knows.
Probably
Who knows?
Right, so just to give everybody a heads up what's going to be happening on this recording, we are basically going to be having a knockout round, winner stays on, of Newcastle United kits.
I'll win because I'm dead hard.
As far back as we can possibly go. Of course, there's going to be some... What was that, Bestie?
I was going to say, can I see more from the waist down, so kind of verify that? Like,
so basically, we know that there's plenty of variations of the same kit in relation to sponsors, colours of sponsors changing mid-season, things like that. We'll try our hardest to cover them. We will be giving you our stories, our favourite players, memories from the kits. So hopefully we can all have a bit of a smile. I think we all need it at the moment.
little trip down memory lane, eh?
It is a bit fair warning. I've had this shirt for ages and haven't washed it before I put it on, so I might be allergic to it. So, I can feel my eyes starting to get itchy now, so there's every chance I might be dead in about half an hour.
So, you haven't been stored in a dusty cupboard somewhere?
I know, we're going off track here, Bestie, but did you not say on one of the podcasts you've got like loads of allergies?
Yeah, last one. I think
it was Monday, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. It was apparently there's two types of dust mites. I'm allergic to both of them. Animal saliva and grass, apparently.
Animal saliva.
Well, that's what the allergy is. It's not an actual dander. It's because the saliva is really sticky, and obviously animals molt like mad, so like it sticks to furnishings and stuff like that. And then if it gets disturbed, and it goes. And I mean, Mark will be able to verify this because it's a nightmare.
Well, Mark
because I'm actually a cat.
Mark started on Animal Farm back in the day. I remember.
Mark was like Rebecca Luce on the farm on Channel 5. He was wanking off a pig.
Oh, I remember that. Dear me.
Wow, how are we going to wank off pigs? We can't talk about football kids and we're talking about masturbating pigs.
It's got a lot to answer for these late night reality TV programs, hasn't it? Dear me.
Right, so lads, if people are watching, if you see all of a sudden our eyes go down, it's because I'm sending photos in the WhatsApp group just to give everyone a re-jog the memories in regards to what kits. Okay, we've still got.
I thought it was just because I was hard again.
Yeah,
so we're still here recording, but we might just disappear and drop our heads. So first up, lads, I'm going to chuck this one in the group for you. Right, so it's the competition between our first Wonga kit. So we've got the Wonga. Yes. So remember that one. So a player that reminds me of this one has to be Dwight Gale.
Dwight Gale. Yeah, I would have said the same. Dwight Gale.
Shout, yeah.
Richie for me, I think. It was a championship season, wasn't it? Matt Ritchie.
Yeah, it was a championship season. And I think I only remember Gale because that would have been the season we signed Gale when we dropped down the championship.
Yeah. Do you know, it was funny, I've seen it, was it a poll? It wasn't a poll necessarily, but it was like a question someone said, like, Rafa's best signing. And everyone went for Rondon, everyone. And I commented saying, I think Gale's been harshly left out of that when you think of what he delivered in the championship season. I think if it wasn't for his goals, he don't come up. He certainly don't win the league. Over that period of time, he had done really well, but I think everyone just forgets about him.
Spot on, Decker. I think I'm dead right there. I think without Dwight Gale, without a few of the players, Gale, Ritchie, came in that summer. Ashraf Lazar, Grant Hanley. I feel Hanley was a little bit hard.
Oh God, Grant Hanley. Hanley was honestly that I can still never get over that performance of Grant Hanley.
He's still playing Premier League football recently as well for Norwich.
Playing for Norwich, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's quite scary, really.
Kieran Clark as well. Kieran Clark had a really good season. He has been a really good signing, actually.
But I like Kieran Clark.
I think I agree with you. Dwight Gale that season was massive. Some of the goals he put away that year.
So. That's what she said.
God Almighty! Something I like about this one, and it was I remember I was at Glastonbury when it kind of got leaked. Was the back of it was obviously the first time they wore stripes on the back for ages because it had the big block of colour.
Yeah.
For all the Puma kits prior to that, Puma home kits. In this one, I saw a version of it where the back of it had like a shield, very similar to the one that Kris has got on. It had like it was. I don't know if it was a mock-up or a prototype, and I thought it looked great. Almost looked a bit like the Batman logo. And I thought that was hellish that like, but then obviously they didn't bother with
Didn't
it.
have it.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know if it was.
I like that it's got like a bit of a collar. To be honest with you, I like nowadays strips never seem to have collars, and I quite like that I had a collar. The only thing that I didn't really like, and this is just a really really daft one, I never like it when the white stripe is the one in the middle that much, other than one strip, but we'll come to that later. But normally I prefer the middle stripe to be the black one, and then it works its way out. Well, Bestie's just kind of pointing at that one, which is the exception. But normally I like the black to be in the middle, and then it goes to white and then black, which is similar to what Kris and Mark's got on, black in the middle, you know.
Well, if you turn around, you've got two shirts behind you that have got the white in the middle, like.
Yeah, I know. I just prefer the black being in the middle, but I have exceptions in my life, you know.
So I think if I remember right, this is the one where Wonga changed the logo as well, because Wonga used to have the big bold blue one across the front, didn't they? The big rectangle. Then on that one, it's when they changed.
It was like a speech bubble kind of thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was. If you remember the Wonga logo itself, like for the company, changed just after the kit before this, but they'd already kind of ordered the kits with the old logo on, so they just kept it. So this was like, this was the only Wonga kit we had that had that logo. I think it looks better, the logo. I mean, I'm not about to sit here and start piping Wonga off.
Didn't it change colour as well? Like, I seem to think it was
on certain kits, we did have different colours on certain kits, but the blue always remained the same, mate. But I think that kit that we're talking about now, I think it had two tones of blue. It started off with a light blue, and it got darker as it went down.
Kind of did, yeah. It was black. The kind of speech bubble bit was black on a couple of keeper tops, and on
the members.
Remember the
shirt,
the members with a V. It was black on there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the white and black members one?
I had this shirt. Did anyone
I've got both.
Have this one?
Decker, did you not sell it recently?
I did. You're right. Yeah, I did. I had Mitrovic on the back, because I was just a huge Mitrovic fan. And speaking of who it reminds you of, for me, it's Mitrovic. But I totally get the Gale. The Gale one, yeah. But Mitrovic for me, I don't know why, it just does. You know, maybe because I had Mitrovic on the back. Maybe.
I like the gold on the collar. I think it looks nice.
Yeah, I do as well. I agree there.
Yeah.
I'm normally a bit of a traditionalist and like the blue, but we've had a few that have had a bit of gold. This one I'm wearing. Obviously the sponsor was gold on it.
I love the one with
they've got like little kind of gold down the sleeves
on the arms.
I love the one Mark's got on when it had
it?
Shearer on. You know, the Shiva testimonial when it had it in the middle here, just above that. That was a lovely logo on that on there. Like, it was nice.
Well, what we'll do,
was the Shiva's bar logo, wasn't it?
I think we've had a decent conversation to start off. So that's what first kit. So I'll make this one nice and not easy, because I think the further back we go, I think we're going to probably just choose those retro ones. Obviously because it compared to the newer ones, but I'll keep it pretty simple. So we'll put it up against.
Well, you're sending that. What I would say is that is the only Wonga home strip that I ever liked. I didn't like any of the other ones. Like,
right, so everyone will see now that the ones which we're putting it up against is the one which reminds me of
Alan
Michael
Smith.
Owen for me.
Yeah, push up, Kris.
Alan Smith for some reason.
So Obafemi for me, Michael Owen, Damien Duff.
Yeah,
there's a few.
Well.
Yeah, there's a few. Nicky Butt.
Sebastian Bassong as well. Then
there's a few on this one which spring to mind. But once again, it's another strip where it was similar to the one which I'm wearing tonight, where badges down the centre. Decker, it's got a white centre, so that'll immediately turn your head.
Yeah, no, it did. It did as soon as I seen it. I'll be honest. I actually like how it's. I also quite like them when they have more black on, if that makes sense. And there's a lot of black on that one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The sleeves are totally black. And
I can never remember it being as like that tapered effect, like down the centre in the middle.
It's there.
Yeah, almost looks like the old. Was it the Champions League or Super Cup? The trophy that kind of looks like that. Doesn't it?
Does a bit actually, doesn't it?
I used to work when this came out. I worked in a prison, and was like the job I was on was loads of Magnums.
In a prison.
It's like Shutter Island.
And that part it's got an arrow pointing down. That means you're gonna get relegated wearing it. And I was like, I mean, if you remember when we first started wearing this one, we had the best start to a season under Allardyce. Had the best start with Newcastle season for like I think since this shirt. So I thought like, I full of shit. And obviously in the end we did get relegated wearing it. Like so.
I mean, it was Bolton away, wasn't it? Was it that game when I think we won 4-1 maybe or something like that?
I think 3-0. I think Oba scored an overhead kick.
Overhead kick, I remember that. And it's
Aye.
funny how, like, as you say, we got relegated that season, but at the time I thought, God, like, we're going to be brilliant this season. We'll look great.
Oh, that was the season after. That was the first. That was like the 2007-8 season. We got relegated like at the end of that kit cycle, as it was.
Yes, the end of that kit cycle. Sorry, yes.
That was the last kit we had that lasted 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, mate.
Do you know what else it reminds us of? Was it Rosenhall? Was that pronounced his name?
Rosenhall, yeah.
Rosenhall, yeah.
For some reason, it reminds us of him.
Kasapa,
I seem to recall
Happy Bear, I was thinking of him, yeah.
Sunday, Monday. I think I wore it on a podcast recently, that one, and I bought it. I told the story at the time, but for the benefit of those that weren't listening,
He means us.
It's basically passive aggressively kind of having a go at you three there. I bought that one on my way into the stadium the day we got beat 4-1 off Portsmouth. I bought the long sleeve version of it.
Oh, that's right.
Is
that the one where they scored like 3 goals in like 2 seconds or something like that?
I think was it Palmer scored like an absolute worldie, like really after 11 minutes. Claudio Casapa was like, he just had his pants down basically. He had an absolute stinker. It was the end of his career with it basically, and it was like 5 games in or something.
I'm sure
like that.
Didn't Threat Level post that on Twitter the other day, the highlights of it. I seem to recall.
I think he did. I watched it fairly recently, and that was the last time I'd ever worn like that season shirt for a game. Is that right? Yeah, I've worn shirts for games a couple of times since, but it's always been retro. I never ever wear shirts for the game now because of that.
I think I've got that shirt. I'm pretty sure I've got that shirt in my wardrobe in the bedroom, and it's got Eddie number 9 on the back of it. Because I got it from a charity shop and it was only a £5, and I thought, why not?
Yeah. Well,
when you seen it, did you keep saying, "Are you okay? Are you okay?"
What are you going to say, Jack?
Best you might remember, because on Pez, Michael Owen was standing with that strip on, and he was holding a ball on the front cover.
2008, that was a year.
And I think that's why a lot of it. Chris mentioned Michael Owen, but I think a lot of that is because of the game when we beat Sunderland and he scored both, and then Pez. I think that's the 2 reasons as to why.
There's a photo as well. There's an old photo which always springs to mind when I see that kit. And it's Obafemi McMartin's doing his celebration, doing a flip mid-air, and there's a photo where he's upside down. You can see his name and his number perfectly, and he's wearing that kit. That always springs to mind.
I always remember when they released this one, when they announced it was announced like over the course of a few days or weeks. And I had a picture of I think Stephen Taylor wearing it, but you get like a bit of sleeve one day, and then you get the card. And it was. I remember really vividly that's how it was done. But I gave the short sleeve version of this to my mate who supports Arsenal. And it's the one away game I've ever walked to from home, my front door.
What? Because he used to live in Norwich. So he's
we played Norwich away pre-season. I lived about a mile from Carrow Road, so me and my pal went to drink. He was an Arsenal fan. Still is. You see, lovely lad. So I gave him that shirt, and I had the championship one with the kind of Velcro collar on it. The Zurab Kisnesvili shirt. As it's always known as these days. I walked to my front door to the stadium.
So, if we're picking a winner between that one, so the Wonga kit, and the Northern Rock relegation kit, which one are we picking?
I'm going Wonga, me, like.
I'm going Wonga.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't like. No, I would. The only
this is a good start. This is a good start on a draw already.
The only reason why I wouldn't want to go that way is because that was the one we got relegated in. You know what I mean? But I mean, as a strip for me, I'd have to say the Northern Rock one. Like,
I'm definitely the Northern Rock one. I don't dislike that. That was probably my favourite. The Wonga ones. Actually, no, there's one I like more. The one I like more definitely won't be the channel. Like, but that Northern Rock one, I did like, and I still do like.
I think it's nice.
I'm actually on the cover of a book wearing that shirt as well.
Oh, right, okay.
Even the bloke who took the photo doesn't. The bloke who took the photo doesn't know about it. I was I used to live in the Lord Nelson in Jarrah. Like my mate's mother runs it. And there's this book of Jarrow through the time, whatever. And it's a photo going from like down Mountain, like going from the Hebburn side towards Jarrah, with Lord Nelson on the left. And there's like a modern day, it'd been like 13, 14 years ago now. And then one from like the 1800s, whatever. And on the modern one in the distance, I'm walking up the street wearing that shirt and a pair of super dry, like army type of shorts. So I must have been coming back from the clock or something like that, like Stephen Drunk, and I'm on the cover. I'm immortalised wearing that shirt. So it's special memories for me.
Well, I'll tell
Do
you
you have
what,
a name and
right?
number on the back of it or not?
No.
No name and number. No, just.
I'll tell you what, right?
Very
For
rarely-
that reason,
very rarely
right?
bother with
For that story, bestie, and in memory of Eddie number 9, we'll let that one win. Okay. So that one, winner stays on. Northern Rock, Michael Owen, over Femi Martin's relegation kit.
It was
Right.
also the start of the downhill spiral of the Ashley owned era of Newcastle as well, though, like, wasn't it?
Oh, that shirt
Yeah,
reminds you of fucking Mike Ashley. Did
Yeah,
you
that's
wear that one
fucking-
with Smith on the back?
That's true.
That's
That's what he's wear all the time, man.
That's the
Oh,
first.
actually, shall
that's
we
the
change
his
your
first
decision?
season, isn't it?
I always think of him necking a pint. He was necking a pint, wasn't he? And it's quite a famous picture of him in the stand, But it's a better shirt, though. I have to be fair.
Yeah.
Take Ashley out of it. It's a better shirt, like.
We'll let that one stay on, right? We'll let that one stay on, right? So we're going to go right back to.
Oh, yeah, what an absolute beauty!
So we're going to go right back to.
Yeah,
Anybody know which season this was from?
Oh, about 78-ish.
That's
Late 70s,
yeah,
mate, aye.
70,
77, 78.
yeah.
So it is the Newcastle United, mainly white. Yeah. So normally we prefer the black ones, but this is normally white. Yeah, normally white,
Bukta?
mainly white. It's
Wasn't it
Bukta.
Bukta?
Yeah. So it was a
Bukta,
Bukta
yeah.
shirt. White sleeves as well.
It's not for me. Like, that's just my opinion. Not for me. It's too much white, as I've said before. I just, there's a lot of white there.
I think this might be the only one which we're going to be ranking tonight that has got the old crest on it as well.
Yeah.
I think the rest of them
Yeah.
have got obviously the crest that we're wearing tonight, and I think this is the only one that's got that one. And I love that crest. Love
That's
it.
that's a second crest, because obviously we changed it after that
Yeah.
to the NU upside down C, and then
That's
we had
right,
the modern day equivalent of that we got now.
I
And
had it,
before that we had the city crest.
Oh, actually, I'm
Mambo is a
lying. I'm lying,
bedspread.
actually, lads. I'm sure we do have one with that crest on it. I'm sure we do.
We must
All
do.
right.
We must
Yeah,
have
we will.
an
You will,
yeah,
you will
80s,
definitely,
an 80s NUFC.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
I
Was
had
it
it, my Mambo was a bedspread. I remember, and it had that badge on. It had the one you were about there, the NUFC. It's like quite a chunky one, if that makes sense. You know what I mean, the 80s one.
Yeah.
And obviously it had the new one on. And I remember my mate came round and he went, "What on earth is your bedspread fake? Like, what's that?" And I was like, "Oh no, these are the original badges." And I remember he tortured it at school the next day, and he was like, he's got a bedspread that's fake." And I'm like, "It's not fake. Like, it was the real badge."
I love that badge, me, like.
I do.
That's my favourite badge.
Speaking of badges, obviously because I don't think many will have many memories of that kit. But speaking of the badges,
Mark.
if you could go back to another badge, would you?
Nah.
Definitely not.
I'm really happy. Like when you see teams have, like Arsenal change their badge fairly recently, loads of teams have done. Our badge for that was designed in like 86, 87, whenever it was. It still looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's a
Totally
proper.
agree.
I think
proper
what
badge.
modern day, I think a lot of the issue which you have with our badge at the moment is because it's got so many different colours on it, which is obviously
Yeah.
production wise, but in producing the kit it costs more because there's more colours involved in it. When you go back to that one, which we're looking at there now, there's only 3 colours on it, maybe 4.
There's a bit blue and green behind the black and white. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think this one now that
Yeah,
we're
it's
all
blue-
wearing, it's got
blue
about
and
8
green
colours
on
on it.
Aye.
Yeah.
It's
I
mainly
think,
in the obviously the blue, and then in the flag in the
Well,
top is the
that's
blue
why
and
Man
red.
City-
The rest of it's the grey
That's
and
why
black.
Man
and-
City recently changed theirs. It was due to the amount of colours, and they had to go back over to keep costs down in producing kits and things like that. So
Had a black and white last year, wasn't it? It was black and white, wasn't it?
Yeah, the home one.
we've
The
had a
home-
couple of
the
kits. I
home
think
one.
that have just been like a white silhouette and things like that. Yeah.
I know it's
All
not
the
an
new-
Arsenal
It's the only one
podcast,
that
but
springs to mind, like.
you know that Arsenal badge they used to have, the old style Gunners
Yeah.
Arsenal
Yeah,
badge. Hey, that was class.
With the
wasn't it?
cannon.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wasn't it
lush, that, like
amazing,
that.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then as you're right, I'm just thinking of teams that have changed recently. Tottenham have recently done it as well, but
Well, we've had this one since 1987.
87 or 88, I think.
Will it been? Yeah.
is that when it moved to this one? Yeah.
To this
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Really? Aye. All right.
So
yeah.
before that, we had obviously the NUFC, which I think was
Yeah.
about maybe 82, something like that.
There was one that only lasted a few years, wasn't it?
I
That
think
was
it's
that one
the
now.
That
Uh,
one.
was
Yeah.
about
That one we
five,
didn't have
6
for
years.
very long.
Yeah.
This one as well, the one on this shirt. I mean, the wore the City coat of arms, didn't it, until the mid 70s.
Yeah.
Like
That's
the
right.
74 Cup final, and 76, I'm sure they did as well. So,
Yeah, I did.
I mean,
So if you think
probably,
back to the FA Cup, the early with McDonald, he's got the City crest on.
No.
So
You
if
know
we're,
that
pick,
for
if we're
that cup
picking a
final
winner,
as well. Sorry, there, Chris. I was going to say for that cup final as well, they actually had Adidas walkout. Oh, no, was it a 76 League Cup final? They had red Adidas walkout jumpers, and it was the first time Adidas had ever supplied kit for an English team.
really?
Aye, us and Man City played that final. Dennis Stewart scored no red kick, and they both had like the massive trefoil. The jumpers, they look amazing. They'd probably be worth like thousands now if you manage to track one down, because there have been so few of them produced, but they look class. But that was the first time they'd ever used.
It's probably only player issued, you would imagine, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Like, but yeah, that was the obviously in Germany they'll have been right because it's a German company. But yeah, that was the first time they'd been spotted in I think British football, actually, not just English. There's a little tidbit for you. It's got nothing to do with a shirt, like, but you know, hasn't it?
It goes back to obviously.
Sorry, Mark, you go. Sorry.
I was going to say it goes back to obviously Liverpool starting to travel through Europe and the whole casual scene of bringing back sportswear and stuff like that. And obviously tennis was the big kind of thing through the 80s as well. So that's when it all.
We're just judging it against the previous ones. Is that correct?
So the previous one. So yeah, this one's up against the Mike Ashley kit. This is what I'm going to know it as.
Yeah.
So if you're picking a winner stays on this one, are you going for the Bucktown one, or we're going for the Michael Owen Obafemi Martins shirt?
Well, for me, it's Michael Owen without any doubt.
So I think I'm going to go for the Northern Rock one, but I think that's just because I've got no real connection to the other one. If I'm being honest to you, there's no memories coming up, and I didn't like the white sleeves. I'm being honest.
That's kind of how I feel as well. I love on that book now on the taping down the sleeves.
That's what I was there. That's what I really like.
It's like the one, old school, like Kappa, isn't it?
Aye, the one that replaced it. I'm right in thinking the one that replaced it was Umbro. It had it was like a really similar big black collar, and had like the black band with the Umbro, and it looks amazing.
That was lush, that one.
It had the blue star in it, a white circle on the chest. It's a lovely shirt, like, and I am the same. I think I don't have that emotional, even though it's obviously if they brought it out next season, it'd probably be my favourite. But I don't have that emotional connection to it. Which is ironic to say about a shirt that given that up against a shirt we got relegated and started the Mike Ashley era, and like, but
the weird thing is it like with it having the long sleeves, I think it looks more white, like what you're saying, Decker. Whereas in the short sleeve, you had the short sleeve, and then the bit where you've got the cuff there, that was the bottom.
Well, the sleeves that you're wearing now, Mark, they're predominantly white. Really, when you think about it.
Yeah, they've just got that little kind of.
That's what that one was like with the trim down there, and then this bit was a black cuff. Like
that's what I was going to ask, because obviously I can see the long sleeve there's got a black cuff. I just wondered if the short version
that was up on there.
Yeah,
should be able to find it.
Right, so that one's staying on. So the relegation one's staying on.
3-1, I think.
Was that correct? 3-1. Yeah. Right, so next up, we're going to go more recent.
Don't know if you can see that.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's got the black cuff.
Yeah.
It is nice. This is nice, actually.
It's lovely.
Well, it looks nice on that picture, but we're just seeing like a proper picture of it there. Right, so next up.
True story.
This is a kit which reminds me of Chef Kikuchi.
Oh, yeah.
Really? I wasn't expecting that.
Kevin Nolan.
Yeah.
It's
important
for me, if I'm honest.
It's the return to the Premier League, that kit, if I remember right. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So the Arsenal 4-4-1?
2010-2011, Sunderland 5-1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, you've mentioned their games here, and it's the Villa game that stuck in my head. And you've just mentioned the greatest game out, the Sunderland 5-1. But actually, it was Villa that I recognise. Remember? Sorry.
Villa one for me as well. I remember I lived in Norwich. It was just before I moved back up north. Sorry, Chris, I talked across the.
That's fine, mate.
It was just before I moved back up north, and I was watching the Villa game on a stream down in my little house in Norwich. But the commentary was in Spanish, so obviously I'm watching the game. I can see what's going on, but the only word I could understand was Routledge. Whenever Routledge picked up the ball,
do that again, mate. Do that again.
I'm not very good at it. Whenever Routledge picked up the ball, the commentator would go Routledge. I was like, oh mate.
I forgot about Wayne Routledge until you just said that, his name.
Really, really good player. He's done.
He had a very great.
I think he's still at Swansea. I think he's still at Swansea as well. Routledge is. I mean, obviously the championship, right? But he was until last season, certainly.
I always thought he was a good technical player. He was quite technical. He had a bit of pace about him. I didn't mind him at all, actually.
That championship season, he was invaluable again. Like
he was, mate.
because in my memory, that championship season, I didn't go. I went to one game that year because I didn't live in the Northeast anymore. But I seem to remember Gutierrez just having a really hard time. Like he'd get through and he'd score a couple, and then they got Routledge and I'm talking about the wrong kit here, like anyway. But they picked Routledge up in the December along with like Mike Williamson, Fitzhall, Leon, of course, and then like
size.
And then all of a sudden, I had to worry about Routledge on one side and Gutierrez on the other side, and we were just pumping teams.
Yeah, well.
I put 6 past Barnsley. I seem to remember 5 past Cardiff. It was like a holiday. It was amazing.
He was great that season, Routledge, like, wasn't he?
So everyone listening, I think we might have a podcast coming up, another special, which basically focuses on that championship season, on that Chris Hughton, which I'm looking forward to because it was a fantastic season. Probably one of my favourite seasons in recent years, if not favourite, because we're just, like Bessie said, there were steamroll teams, didn't we?
It was also very much, obviously, we got relegated, which obviously was unheard of. It never happened. You know what I mean? Under, you know, I'm not saying in history, but I mean, like, in terms of our lifetime, and like, for me, I was devastated, and I always thought, is Kris Hughton going to be the right man? Like, are we going to be able to come straight back up? And then we had the best time ever. Do you know what I mean? Like, literally, we were just hammering teams.
To be fair, we're literally focusing on a season where we didn't wear this kit.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. But the positives of this one, you're totally right. The 5-1 against Sunderland, arguably, you know, the best 90 minutes. I know, of course, we'll beat Barcelona. We've done a million things, but in that moment of time, there wasn't many better moments. If I'm being really honest, that was an absolute battle.
One of the problems with this shirt was the material of the sponsor was horrendous.
Oh God, it was like Teflon.
It was plastic.
Yeah.
It was just plastic stuck on you. It's like you sat down and the rest of your shirt used to like fall into position, like just fall, and that was still like a perfect square, like just sticking out of your chest.
I think it was, you know, the ones like even the other Northern Rock ones were very much like a material, weren't they? Well, like this Brown Ale's a material as well, but it's almost like the first of what is now. Everyone's like, it's this plastic stick-on stuff.
Well, if you look at the kit that's up against the one where we got relegated in, that's Northern Rock, and that was like I'm sure that not like embroidered.
No, it wasn't like a felt.
Was it a felt?
That's right. Yeah, felt. Yeah.
Because look what have it. The Northern Rock. I've got this. I just happen to have you watching out, and that one was like a plasticky thing, but it's almost like it's really.
It's the same as that.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. It was the same season, wasn't it?
It's like vinyl,
like,
kind of thing.
And I prefer because you had the one the season before that was like similar to that one where it was like felty, like
felty,
kind of plastic.
That's
almost.
what that is as well.
This one,
I mean, that's the one. I like that, but it was just I prefer that.
Ambrose, that one for me, by the way.
It's not as what do you call it?
Ambrose.
Ambrose.
It really is. Honestly, I swear to God, I'm not kidding. I don't know why, but it is.
So if we're picking, right, between I'm going to name this one the Leon Best kit. Right?
Leon Best.
Yes.
Don't do that. I've got to pick it now.
You know what it is? It's not too dissimilar to the one that it's pitted up against. Like it's just the sides are obviously more black on the other one, but it's still.
I'm not sure.
It's got that little kick. The
sponsors are in the middle on the other one.
It is.
I suppose it's a weird one to have Puma in the middle, isn't it? And then the badge to the left.
The
little thing goes out on that one rather than in on the black one.
Yeah, you're right, Mark. To be fair,
it's not too.
If I'm honest, what Bestie's just commented there, I'm not really a fan of the collar, like the way that it's like cut in and then out.
It's like a V-neck under collar, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's weird, like that.
It's like
I'll go for
this, isn't it? With a little.
If it's a vote.
Right. So we'll go for a vote. Decker?
Yeah. Memories, of course, it's that one that we've just talked about, but I'm going to still stick with the Ashley one. I'm still going to stick with that.
So it is a toss-up coin for me as well. Like, but memory-wise, I go to that 5-1, and I can't shift it. I can't shift it, so I'm going to have to go for that one, even though the sponsor was horrendous material. And another thing I didn't like about it, the crest was on the breast. And the Puma was in the middle, made no sense whatsoever.
It's just so, it's like there's no symmetry to it at all.
Nah,
I'm just judging it as a shirt, if I'm being honest with you.
I'm going for memories. Memories take this one for me. Like, what about you, Bestie?
I'm with Decker. I didn't think that isn't my favourite. I know that's one by a long chalk, but it wins this round for me. Like,
it's really awkward having an even amount of people on this.
When you like redo it like strictly out of a
I haven't voted yet.
Go on,
just
then.
vote in. If he has votes that, at least on to decide.
Right, okay, Lisa decides on the next one, right?
So
Right.
I'm going Adidas purely on the strip. Like if the two, even though I wanted to vote it out in the last round, I think comparing the two, I like the look of the Adidas one better. It just sits nicer than that.
I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised that championship one's still winning.
Yeah, I
If
think
I'm being
that
honest.
one, the Puma one, would have looked better if it had the same size sponsor as the Adidas one, with that sitting just between the two black stripes.
Yeah.
If it didn't go all the way across, I think it would have just looked a bit
It's really
nicer.
surprising. The more that we're talking about it, that they put the badge over that side, isn't it?
Mental.
Yeah,
It really is surprising. Like.
Look berserk.
it would have just looked exactly like that the one that we're talking about now. Had they put it in the same
really
same
tight
place
as well. I
wouldn't it?
remember those shirts were really badly fitting. Really, really bad.
Awful fitting. Awful fitting. Those ones. They're really the way.
It's just weird the way they've got like the black half a shoulder, and then the rest of it, like with it then having the white down the sides and stuff. It just looks a right mismatch.
Yeah, the white stripe on the sleeve looks really awful, doesn't it? Like
Yeah,
when you look at it, it's just not even. I don't know what it is.
Right, so we'll wrap that one up.
Black bit on I was going to say the black bit on the shoulder. Puma, I've got a Sporting Lisbon one from the same season. It's got green on the shoulders, and it looks 100% better. It's just weird how like the same feature on different colours works differently.
That white on the sleeve, it almost looks like a really bad dress shoe, like a pointy dress shoe. Do you know what I mean?
That's like a clown guy, like a clown.
Yeah, a clown shoe. Oh, yeah.
Right, so what we'll do, we'll go to a little bit more of a recent one, okay, and we shall go for our first kit under Fun 88. So it's in the group there now. So we've got the one which had a funny collar. The thing that springs to my mind about this kit is it was promoted by Malcolm McDonald, Peter Beardsley, and who else was it?
Was it John Beresford?
No, Bob Moncur.
Moncur.
None of them could fit in the shirt. Bellies all out like this, and it was the worst PR I've ever seen in my life.
But there were only people that were still alive.
But it was 125th anniversary kit.
25 years, yeah.
And I think for 125th anniversary kit, that is horrendous. They could have done so much more and so much better with that. I just did not like it.
Yeah. I like the badge. I like the little detail on the badge with the years.
Yeah.
But
sorry, Matt.
Yeah, that was the only thing that I liked about it.
I think what was annoying, they tried to say that it was similar. They tried to bounce it off another shirt, didn't they? From back 125 years ago. We've copied
it. Was the Fairs? Was it the Fairs Cup one?
And it was nothing like it whatsoever.
That was last season's one. Was
that last season?
Yeah.
Or was it last year's was Fairs? Was it? I thought it was this one.
Aye.
I'm sure they were trying to bang on about the collar, saying the collar was meant to be representative of this other shirt.
No, they did. There was something where they were the collars are the same or some bullshit like that.
The one you've got on, Chris, was more like what they were trying to get at. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it was.
Aye.
I'm going to be the minority here, but I love that shirt.
Do you?
I think that's one of the best shirts we've ever had.
Oh, really?
What, out of any top ever?
I love it.
Wow.
It's just dead tidy. There's no stupid stuff going on with it. It's like a nice one-button collar, stripes down the back, red numbers, black and white stripes, no fuss. It's just a really, really nice shirt, that, I think.
I think
that
it
was
also
the
saw the
first
back
season
of
we had the
Wonga
red
as well,
numbers,
didn't it?
wasn't it?
Aye.
It's all the back of Wonga, which a lot of people didn't like. So it was a break from them.
They soon complained about having Funny 88 on the front, though, and the
I was
colour
going to say, not everyone was too enamored by Funny 88. That's obviously, like, there's that many, the issue of gambling in sport. I mean,
because it wasn't brown ale.
Aye, it wasn't Adidas or brown ale. Why is this
I've had my private say about brown ale with this. As much as I love it.
The stripes are nice, like.
Yeah, it's a lovely. The
favourite.
sleeves are brilliant. The sleeves are class as well. Like the match the rest of the strip. Where we've just commented about the one before, we're having clown shoes on the sides and that. Like, it all fits perfectly. And Bessie's comment about it just being sort of correct. There's no mess. There's no whatever.
I think the point that I'm getting at, I think as a kid for 125th anniversary, it just, I don't know. There's just there's something about it where you see kits for other teams and they go proper retro, like really, really retro, and that just looked like a modern kit with an updated badge with 125 years on it.
Remember it being really, really cheap as well. Like when you like the material of it and like the feel and the stitching of it, and that it just didn't feel like a quality garment.
I definitely agree with Kris though in regards to like it's 125 years of your football club. Like it could have been so much more. As he mentions, maybe I hate to say this, but I will say it. You think of Man United's blue and white one? It's one of my favourites, and I'm not a Man United fan, but it had all the writing of the ex-players and Best, Cruyff, Charlton.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's a fabulous idea, and I just think for something that is as special as that, you could have, I'm not saying do that, but I mean have something in it.
We've seen recently as well lots of clubs where they have like a retro kit, and what they do, they literally blank out the club crest and the sponsors, so it like just blends into the back of the shirts. They're there, but they're like really like camouflaged into the shirt. And I don't know that I've got decent memories in that shirt. A player, another one where Dwight Gale just springs to mind with that shirt for me.
Hosloo for me.
Hosloo, shout. Anybody else?
Actually, I bought that kit on New Year's Eve, 2017, and I got Merino 23 in the back because it was red. I wanted red numbers. I don't get numbers on shirts normally, and that was the point at which he just went like that. Yep. So I'm taking responsibility for it. Obviously, he's associated that now, having a whale of a time. But
I had Keegan 7 on the back me because I got it because it was 125 years. I thought, on this one I might get anyone I want, and I got Keegan.
For some reason, it reminds me of Muto.
Really?
Had he signed by that point?
I didn't even know he played in that kit.
Did he? I'm sure he did. Is that not? Did we not bring him in because it was funny?
I don't think he was.
He barely played in any kit.
Yeah, true.
Right, so if we're going to put a vote on this one, once again, is it the Mike Ashley kit or is it this first Fun 88 kit?
I'm sticking with Ashley, me like.
I'm sticking with Ashley.
I'm sticking with the Ashley kit.
Sorry, you're all wrong, but there's nothing I can do about it. So
there was just, I don't know. There was just.
No, it is. I don't even like that Ashley kit. I don't like it at all.
I must admit it's not one of my favourites, but it's just what it's up against so far. Like, and I must admit, I'm honestly when we talk about this at the minute, I'm just looking at what appeals to my eyes. Like, I'm almost not even throwing memories into it because really, if I was throwing memories into it, the one with white sleeve, I wasn't even a thought of my dad's cock by then, and the Ashley one, I mean, was being relegated. You know what I mean? So I shouldn't even like that, should I? So.
Right. So. What I'm going to do, I'm going to chuck a spanner in the works on this one, right? I don't want to go too far back.
Not my dad's spanner, is it?
I'm going to go for this one.
Must have been a lead-free one at that time.
Kit that reminds me of
Marlon Harewood.
Marlon Harewood. Andy Carroll.
Andy Carroll, yeah.
Redlocks.
Now we're talking business now, like, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, so once again, it's another centralized kit. It's another one where the club sponsor, obviously the crest and the producers of the kit, it's all down the middle, similar to the one I'm wearing. And there's something about this kit which I really like. The collar looks fantastic on it.
It's lovely.
The collar was like a throwback to the 80s shirts, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Aye. Definitely.
Do you know
it's smart.
When we got relegated, I remember I was thinking, and do you know what I really loved about this shirt was the numbers on the back were black and gold, and I absolutely loved the numbers on the back. But I also loved the sponsors on the side, which was Coca-Cola Championship at the time.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And I went and bought the shirt, and I thought, no, fuck it, I want all of it on, and I got it all on. I got the Coca-Cola badges, the whole works. And the more I think of it now, I was literally walking around the streets with Coca-Cola Championship badges on the side. But I did. I loved it. Honestly, I have some great memories in that shirt.
I really like the little blue pinstripe, like down the shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Aye. So what I like about this one, like I've never really heard mentioned it, but at the bottom in each corner of the shirt, like at the waistband, it's got the seahorse on each side. Yeah. Like almost pressed into the shirt.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It's a lovely little touch.
The black gold numbers, honestly, I love them so much on that shirt.
I'm not so keen on the fact that the stripes stop where they do. Obviously, that's something that Adidas have done for years because you kind of have them obscured by a patch or whatever. But what I love about this one, it kind of isn't really what I love about this. It's the fact that your away shirt was exactly the same design, but obviously
yellow.
The custard cream shirt.
That the blue ones as well? Didn't I have the blue one?
Blue and black one as well.
Yeah, the wore that one away at Forest. Got to be 2-1, I think, or 1-0. Extra black socks.
So everyone who's watching and listening, you'll be glad to know that we're going to be doing this for away kits, third kits, and goalkeeper kits.
Hey.
Well, actually,
And then we'll have to have a
do,
final, put all 4 of them against each other.
I think we're probably going to be doing the goalkeeper ones next week, and I think we're going to have Ketch joining with. Ketch is obsessed with these Newcastle United goalkeeper kits. He's got God knows how many of them hanging in one of his rooms in his house. So it'd be great to have him on this one because, like I said, he's obsessed with them. But any other memories which bring out this one? Matches, players?
That Fabrice Pancrat goal against Watford.
Yeah. A lot of that, honestly, that springs in my mind is Enrique and Jonas just absolutely terrorising
Jonas
team,
is one that stands out to me.
Yeah, it really does for me.
Is that the shirt? Is that the shirt where Enrique scored then whacked it off?
Yeah,
against Forest.
Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah,
that's what sent it, wasn't it?
It was absolutely pissing it down.
Down.
James Perch got man of the match for me. He was marking Gutierrez, and he was absolutely. I'm sure they signed off the back of that game. He playing right back for Forest, and he was absolutely superb.
We had
some good memories.
I remember right as well, we had hooped socks with this kit.
To a fashion, the one the proper hoopy hoops, like the last championship one was
hoopy hoops. What's the difference between hoops and hoopy hoops?
the last championship kit, I was actually wearing one yesterday from the last championship kit where they've got the proper just white, black. Whereas these ones were predominantly black with a couple of white detailing on them, I would have said.
More rings than hoops, do you think?
Yeah, I'm not a full on hoop. I've got to, lads. I've got to put me foot down on that one, like, because a hoop and a ring are different things. Like, I'm not going to sit here and have you slander rings and hoops.
I don't know.
Sonic.
I've seen some films where they were quite the same thing.
Oh wow! Right, so straight to the vote. Straight to the vote. Which one? I think we're unanimous on this one. I think that one wins.
This one, yeah,
hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
This is our first 4-0.
Get in, finally.
This is our first 4-0. So Ashley's he's still there, to be fair, mate.
Well, still his time.
4-0 at Portman Road as well in the Bobby Robson derby.
There we go, mate.
Right.
This is why you're here. This is why you're here, mate.
I forgot how nice that kit is until
it's
they
a
actually
lovely kit.
Like sit and look at it. Yeah.
The shorts and socks are nice as well. Obviously, the shorts more so because they didn't have hoops on them. But it was a really good kit, that one.
So as a point of reference, we're going to name this the Coca-Cola shirt.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Andy Carroll's dreadlocks.
Yeah, Coca-Cola shirt sails through. Absolutely sails through. Knocks Mike Ashley's Alan Smith shirt off its perch. James Perch.
Left it in blue bamboo.
Right, so next up, we'll start making this a little bit harder for everyone. So we're going to go back.
Hello.
Oh, there's Mark's, mate.
The one that Mark's wearing. Is this the Alan Shearer testimonial shirt?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's the Shearer penalty against Sunderland in his final game as well.
Yeah. So, Degger, does your dad own that shirt?
The one that Shearer scored in, yes.
So, people watching and listening, he's got the match-worn shirt, hasn't he?
Yeah. It's still got some dirt on it, but it's actually been printed, which is strange to think of that. But in between the Adidas and the Newcastle logo, in the middle, it's been printed. I'll send you a photo of it, actually. He won it at auction at a Shearer night. And it was a funny story, actually. I remember program, like the merchandise program, they're like, you can win a boot, buy a boot or whatever. My dad was like, I'll bet 500 quid on that. He went, listen, someone round here, some business bloke, will just knock us out of the park with that. Like, it's only 500 quid. So anyway, he put the ticket down, off he went. And then Shearer was actually talking, and this woman came on, she went, Mr. Petrie? And I turned around and he went, you've won the shirt, and I had the shirt, And my dad, first he went, your husband fucking kill us here. and I did, honestly though, I did think that someone would have paid thousands for that. I really did. So then he went and got it framed as well. So we've got like the ticket of the night, a picture of me with Shearer with it, and then obviously it's framed. It's really nice.
You know what it is? I bet you Alan Shearer would probably buy that shirt back off you.
Cost him more than 500 quid.
Just for the memories, because as a player, why do you let that shirt go as a player?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, that was on the front cover of the program. That was like sort of the Holy Grail. Like that was the one, the last shirt he's ever scored in type of thing,
as well, if I remember right.
Did I?
We did. I was actually in the home end for that game. I was in the Sunderland end for that. I couldn't get a ticket in the away end. My mate was a season ticket holder, Sunderland fan, and he went, "I can get you a ticket if you want." So me, Mick, and my mate Christian went, and I can't even
begin to tell you just how amazing
that day was. Well, I had I had my jacket on, and I had my Newcastle shirt underneath it. And I'll just very, very quickly tell you this. So obviously they went 1-0 up, and they absolutely bossed her in the first half. And I always remember my mate Christian was like, "Yeah, we fucking got you, see, yeah, blah blah." And I was like, "Hey, you know, it is. You're right. To be fair." And then obviously second half, just bang, 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 bang. There was his hell on. He was literally crying, right? And me and Mick were like, I remember him holding my knees, and we're trying our best to like keep it in. And then we got outside and we went, you know, if you're familiar with the city right across the road, you had the bowling alley. It used to be a bowling alley, it's not anymore. But that's where we parked our car. And I put Local Hero on and I've turned it up full blast. And we couldn't get out. We couldn't get out. The cars just pinned were in. And there was cars shaking our car. And like, oh, there was absolute hell on. But I just kept turning the volume up. I was just, this is the greatest moment ever. This is like, we had Local Hero absolutely blasting all the way out of Sunderland. It was fantastic.
Shall we just go straight to the vote on this one? Actually, let's name some players that spring to mind on this one.
Emery.
For me, it's
Michael Chopra.
Zogbia for me.
Insomnia.
Stephen Carr.
Good show.
Babioro, did he wear that one?
Aye.
He did, yeah. Celestine, yeah.
It's my least favourite of the other shirts. This one.
Who would it be with midfielders at this time?
Boya, Dyer, Jenis.
Yeah, Dyer.
Is this the one when the fight happened?
Nobby.
This shirt?
Nobby.
No, that's one before.
No, it's not, is it?
It was the one before.
Oh, that's right. The one that Mick made. The one that.
Is this where
no, the one behind Kris.
The one he's got behind.
Song was this one as well, wasn't it?
Boom Song was this one, aye.
Boom Song, aye.
Oh, Christ.
Boom Song and Bramble. That was what the Tower and Centre Half partnership.
Second mention Brambles had this.
Lee Clark.
Clark when he came back.
Lee Clark come back. Lee Clark.
Is there anything about this kit that you don't like? I'm not a fan of the gold sponsor.
I do like you say. That's one of the more redeeming features for me.
Yeah, I do as well. It's too much white though for me. Too much white for me.
The sides and
the gold doesn't bother.
Sides and the sleeves are white, isn't it? It's not too dissimilar to the obviously the Alan Smith one and the other one that we're just talking about with
Mark,
white instead of black.
Lift your top up a little bit, Mark, because on this photo that we've got here, the crest and the Adidas logo look really close to the sponsor.
No.
Is that the same on the shirt?
Yeah, not really.
Not really.
No, not really. No.
The good thing about this is both of these are embroidered as well.
Yeah, that's good. Like, yeah.
Get a bit excited there, mate.
Proper badge.
Yeah.
So let's go to the vote. And once again, I think this is going to be a 4-0 winner. Are we knocking the championship shirt off for this one?
I'm not like a championship shirt for me.
Are you?
Easily. That's my least favourite Adidas shirt that we had. Home shirt at least.
It's got a lot of good memories for us, this shirt. I know. I do like it, but when I'm looking at them too, like I'm surprising myself here, like, but I'm sticking with the Coca-Cola.
I'm gonna put them side by side on my phone, and at first I was gonna say that one that you're wearing, Mark, but the more I look at that,
it's when you've got them together, isn't it?
It's once again though, it's the memories in the championship that season. I think that's what's giving it to me. Like,
so I'm just purely going off looking at them, and I think that's just proper smart.
I've just said a massive spiel about memories, and I'm just looking at shirt by shirt. This one, I am thinking of memories slightly because it's Shearer's last goal. Like, do you know what I mean? And Emery's goal when we beat them 3-2 was a wonderful goal. I remember
free
that.
kick,
it really
beautiful
was.
Free kick, that wasn't it?
But I will say I'll have to stick with the Coca-Cola one because. Do you know what I also love about that one as well is that it's a black and white sponsor. I know you've got a pink dot on there, but like they've kept it within the theme, and I do like that a lot actually. On the championship one, sorry, no, of course not the gold one.
So yeah.
Yes, championship for me, mate.
So championship, Mark.
Championship.
So championship wins 4-0 again.
Wow.
Yep.
It's doing well, Coca-Cola one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Still got some way to go to beat Ashley and Alan Smith.
So we're going to put it up against this one. I think I already know the answer. Okay, but we do need to get this in some way. It is the Moussa Sissoko Remy Kubela disgusting home shirt from the Wonga days where it had the black V going down the front of it.
Nah, that's not for me. That like
I had that now.
I've got it. It's weird when you look at that one. It doesn't look as bad as when the Prayers version. I'll certainly when they released it. the black like yoke along the top seemed to go so far down the shirt. It's sort of like Sembry Young, and it almost looks like the top half of the shirt, all that black V at the top. It doesn't bother us, but it's that's
funny, isn't it?
I think it's because it had such a high neck as well. Like when that it made that V look a hell of a lot, because like the neck was up here.
It had the iron-on badge as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Transfer.
It's a funny one, isn't it? When clubs or so like the sponsors, like go for something that they really try to be different. You know, they try to go out there, and sometimes you'll see opposition shirts and go, "God, I love that!" Like, because it's different. Yeah. That is different, but it just didn't work, did it?
Have Southampton got a similar shirt that at the moment?
No, Southampton at the minute it's red with it. I think Peru,
they had one where it was a bit more of a fade. A bit of, rather than being a solid black, it faded into the stripes.
Also, the Wonga logo's really poor, isn't it?
Horrendous.
Like sort of like old-fashioned coat box almost. It's just not nice, is it?
It's terrible.
It was a horrible material as well.
I like the thin stripes. I do like the thin stripes.
But I don't think it would have been that bad of a kit if they didn't have that massive block on the top of it.
It was a gamble.
The beige thing on the sleeves is kind of it's neither here nor there as a colour. Like it just doesn't seem to. If it had been gold or blue, maybe it's fair enough. But beige, like,
is this the one that had something on the back of the collar? Did it have a magpie or something on the back of the collar? Was that one?
It was NUFC or 1892, something like that. Didn't it?
1892, I think.
Who's your mind you're off? Sorry, did you say Cabela?
Someone said Cabela for me. Cabela.
Yeah, it's a good shout.
Yeah, Cabela. Sembry Young.
Perez a bit actually, to be honest. But,
what's his face? Young Gambiwa.
I remember. Yeah.
The one before this for me for Young Gambiwa. Oh no, hang on. Am I getting me Young Gambiwas in me? No, Young Gambiwa.
Aye, but
it's really hard to say that for a couple of.
If I'm picking one player, it's Remy Cabela. That sticks in my mind for that one. Like.
Yeah, good shout.
It was that like more fitted one, wasn't it? And when he came, he was dead skinny, and it was like painted on him. Wasn't
I think from memory as well, this was one of the first ones you could buy in the shop. That was a player version. Like that was. I mean, really like skin tight. Like when you tried it on.
Right. That was kind of that's what Puma were doing at the time. For about 2 or 3 seasons, it was like that. All their players' kits were like painted on, like almost like what American football shirts are like. But obviously, our version like that, it didn't really do it for me. Like I don't mind it. It's better than
if we go to a vote. Are we going 4-0 Coca-Cola again?
No competition.
Yeah.
No competition.
So what we'll do, we'll put it up against a more recent one. Okay. We will put it up against last season's kit.
Oh.
So last season's kit, I think when that first got released, I think Dagger, did you not hate it when it first got released?
Hated it, didn't he? Yeah.
And
I don't think I had a good word to say about it.
Yeah, but I think as we saw the players wear it, and as the season went on, I think we grew to like it a lot more.
Yeah, it changed a lot for me. It really did.
I liked it from day one.
I did as well.
The collar is like, I remember when we were talking about it when it got released. It was like it reminded us of that collar of the shirt that you've got on there.
Yeah. It reminds us of the
fat stripes. Well. Yeah, it's I do really like it.
I'm a big fan of the badge, which probably many people might not be, but
I love it.
Yeah, I am.
It's lovely, isn't it?
I think I had a pretty similar journey to Decker on this one, in that I didn't care for it at all to start with, but it looks a little bit, except for without the kind of white sleeves, as the Denver Bar one.
That's just sexual.
I've it was the same in the stripes, wasn't it?
It's a funny one because Mark's just said there just before about the previous one, which we don't like, obviously. He likes the thin stripes. But then we move to this one, and he's like, I love that one. And this has only got one stripe on it. It's funny how your mind can, you know what I mean? Like how it changes.
Well, it's like normally we'll have like an average size stripe, like what we've got on now, like kind of thing. And then you get like somewhere they've got a really thin stripe, like the last one that we had, and then the opposite where we've had a few where they've had like a thick one. On it. Yeah,
which is mental, I think, isn't it? But
But there's been odd ones. Willems for me.
Willems for me as well. Good
shout. Willems is a good shout. Yeah, I'm going to say as well. Yeah. Aye.
3 Willems.
It was him or Saint, but Willems, I think, more.
What for that kit?
Yeah.
Longstaff for me.
Oh wow. Matty or Sean?
Sean? No, Sean. Sean, I don't know why, because he didn't really play much that season. Is this not the season where he got injured?
Aye.
Well, the season after he got injured.
No, it was this season against West Ham. It was that shirt we had on, I think.
I don't know. For some reason, Longstaff springs to mind for that one for me. Or Matt Ritchie.
Ritchie's a Celtic guy. No.
So this one's against the Coca-Cola one, right?
This one's up against the Coca-Cola one, aye. So we'll go straight to a vote on this one. I've actually got that shirt signed by all the players. Thanks to Fun88. Thanks.
So we know which one Kris is picking.
I'll start the ball rolling. Like it's Fun88 for me. I really, really like that top.
This for me, this is probably the hardest one which I've had to decide from, because I do love how the badges are centralized, and I love how the crest is white, the white silhouette, and I don't know, like
I'm swiping up and down from that one to that one. I'm just going back and try and look.
I'm gonna go for that one. I'm gonna go for last season's.
Yep, I'm the same. I'm going.
This has come from somebody that hated that shirt when I first came in. Decker's going to go for it.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I really didn't like it. I think what didn't help is as well, I've seen a lot of copied ones, early copy ones, which look poor.
Yeah.
But I think, something with shirts that happens more and more with me is when you see the players wearing it, and all the players come out together and they're all wearing. Saint was wearing that for I love Saint. So, I'm going to say that one.
Bestie? Not that it matters, but
I'm flicking between them. I'm sticking with the championship one.
Yeah,
I really like them both. And if you ask us again in 10 minutes, I might change your mind.
yeah.
But for now, it's the championship one.
So which one we're going to refer this one? Because obviously it's a 3-1 winner. Shall we refer this?
Last season's?
Yeah, but I think we need to put a player on it.
Williams.
COVID-19.
Williams.
COVID-19 shirt.
COVID-19.
No, I think Williams.
That's this season's got to be the COVID-19, doesn't it?
That has to be Williams for the goal against Liverpool.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Over Man City.
Yeah.
Right.
Just for being a lovely lad.
And see him, and he's stocky, because it was always tight on him because he was quite stocky, and his little shiny bald head.
That yourself, Mark.
Little devil's beard that he had, like a little kind of tuft.
Right, we're gonna put it up against this one once again. I think we know the winner of this one, but it's another Wonga shirt.
I miss Willems.
And it is a shirt that reminds me
Remy.
of CM De Jong.
Like Remy.
I'm Remy as well for this one. Or Luke De Jong, actually.
Yeah, Remy. Yeah.
I think this is one that you thought in regards to the Young Mbiwa one, because this one was the one that Mbiwa wore as well, wasn't it, Bestie?
This was the one. It makes us think of Young Mbiwa at Tottenham, even though we wore yellow that game, the Tim Krul superstar game. But that's for me, Luke De Jong probably be the one that sticks out.
I think you've got to remember as well, this is a shirt where we started getting absolutely fucking tortured by Sunderland, isn't it?
One before.
Was it the one before that one, was it?
The one with the little spikes coming up it.
The Genie
for
one.
Me, it just
Genie Wijnaldum shirt that.
It just looks really cheap. Just like it just screams cheap. Them two stripes at the top, by the way,
collar.
are horrendous. Like,
the
really
Viva
bad.
tooth thing. I don't know what they're thinking of with that.
Yeah, like really bad.
What I do like about this, and it won't be a popular thing, but the little blue. Weirdly, I would have preferred the blue stripe on the black stripe to be like down the middle, maybe.
Under the wrong.
I think that's a really nice little touch, that having the blue stripe kind of within the black stripes.
Yeah, I must admit, I do love it when we add blue somewhere, which we're going to get to the shirt shortly, I'd imagine, which is one of my favourites. I don't mind. I love it when they put the blue in. I think it just seems to look cheap. The sponsor isn't helping it. I don't like how the black stripe, you see how it finishes before the sponsor, but technically the sponsor's not actually really there at that point. Like it's...
Yeah.
I think Mark's right what you were saying earlier, though, because that Wonga...
It's like a darker
colour,
darker
blue than what the earlier ones did.
It does.
Much darker, yeah.
This one for me, it just looks like they've had about 3 different ideas for a kit, and then just we'll just chuck them all together because it's got like the blue between the black, the blue stripes down the side, but then you've got gold on the arms, and then you've got a weird collar going on. It's just like they've had 3 kits. They couldn't decide which one to pick, and they would just say, we'll take a bit from everyone and just stick it together.
So I think what we'll do...
The badge was stitched though, wasn't it? The badge was stitched.
It was a patch.
It was like a patch.
Sorry, yes,
patch
a patch. That's
on.
right, yes.
What we'll do, we'll put everyone out of the misery, because I don't think this one's ever going to be coming close to anything, not even in the top 20 probably. So we're just going to go Fun88 Williams.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah. 4-0.
Not a question.
Right, so what we'll do, I'm gonna go back on this one, okay? And this is where it starts getting a little bit tough. And we will go for the barcode shirt.
So many memories.
It's. I mean, just on the face of
I
it.
know what's coming.
What the fucking hell is that? On the face of it.
Nah, I'll not have a bad word said about it.
Well, just for a second, we've just slagged off the Wonga one that had a bit of a black up here. That was a bit different. I mean, we've got fat stripes, thin, fat, thin. Like, I like it.
Like opposing sides of me, because it's got like the thin stripe there, then the thin stripe there, then the fat one there, then the fat one. Like Mark just said, like they've had like a couple of ideas of a shirt and chucked them together. Somebody that made that shirt was on spice. I'll tell you that.
It really is fucked when you think of it. It looks like you've like getting two shirts and stitched them together or something, isn't it?
It's like, do you know when we signed all the French players and people had the half France kit and the half Newcastle kit? Yeah. It's like that.
Yeah. It's So Mark, you go. This is
I do love it.
So yeah, this is what I mean. We had this one for like 3 years, and we had like a whole host of different kind of sponsors across it with the change of sponsorship we had. We went from Greenhalls to Newcastle Breweries, and then so like in the middle of the season, they actually changed it because Greenhalls went bust. But because we'd already had the kits and bought them, what they then decided for it to do was, like Bestie will remember this at the time, but there was 2 club shops in town. There was one up kind of where the Circle multi-story car park is next to Haymarket bus station. Well, there was a little tiny row of shops there,
like opposite the Percy and that.
Aye, pretty much. And there was a club shop there, tiny little square one, or you went up to the ground, and the equivalent of like where you would drive into the ground now, like through like the traffic lights. That was like the main gate, and there was like basically a porter cabin there, which was like the club shop. And I can remember going up to that club shop and basically getting a sponsor that was the Blue Star with just like a black line across it that you then had to get your mum to iron onto the front of your shirt to cover up the Greenhalls with this black line with the Blue Star in the middle of it. And then we changed to McEwen's after that.
I got the shirt. Mum and Dad got it. I was only like about 8 or 9 or something when I got it. But it was that. It came without a sponsor. It had been similar, very, very similar to the one that the picture said there. No sponsor at all. But I still had to buy the sponsor with the black bar. So my mum had to cut the black bar off the back of the star. And she stitched it on. I got that like stitched on the front. And I had the there was like a little Football League patch, the old Football League logo, which I love. I want to see this. I was like, all right. But
the question I've got there, when you mentioned there, because I must admit, I absolutely love it with the Blue Star. I just don't understand how could you buy it without any sponsor when I think it would have had the Greenfells one by that point.
Well, it was Greenhalls first.
Greenhalls, sorry, yeah.
But I don't know if they.
So how did Bessie buy it with no sponsor whatsoever?
I don't know. I think I was talking to Mark Corby about this on Twitter a week or 2 ago, and there was a spell where they didn't put the sponsor on replica shirts.
All right.
I forget it. He'll tell you better. I was talking to him, and I think it was Alan Coleman about it. And I forget exactly where it was, but there was a period where my Newcastle shirts I had when I was a kid. This one was the first one I had with a sponsor. I had to get it separately. The first one I wore that had a sponsor already on there was the Asics one, the Blue Star. Like the
93.
The first one I had was the 86, 87 with the old grey NUFC, the kind of early 80s logo. That didn't have a sponsor on it. I got the same shirt afterwards, but with a new badge. That didn't have a sponsor. Yeah, it was just. I don't know if it's because I was a kid and it was alcohol advertising. I don't know if they cared about that then, to be honest with you. But I love the shorts. I love the shorts with
the shorts. I was going to mention the shorts, the little diamonds on the side.
Yeah, beautiful.
This to me, this was the first time I can remember Newcastle changing the shirt, like going from like a different design because the badge changed and all that. And there's still a part of us when I see this is like that's the new shirt because it was my first new shirt.
Aye.
It was the first time, and I still say it like I loved having it. Just wearing it, having thin stripes outside and thick stripes outside, it's amazing. I love it.
So that one went from like, I think 1990 to 93, didn't it? From 1990 through to 1993.
Yeah, we had it
changed 3 times.
The season we won the what was Division 1 at the time.
Even like little details, like the Umbro went from lowercase to block capitals one summer. and I was obsessed with that. It's like a 9-year-old thing. I was absolutely like, it's changed. It's not capital. I have to have it. I got it, but not until like 30 years later or something like that. Like, but
so I've just
it's time for the vote, guys.
I've just sent Mark Corby a message there, asking him to send us a voice message as to why and how you could buy that shirt without the sponsor on it.
So I've got it in my mind that with Greenhalgh's going bust, and because we had it from one season to the next, if you had the shirt from like the season, probably in that summer, because we didn't have a sponsor, they probably sold it without one. And then we then got announced that it was going back to Newcastle Breweries. But because you still had it, the shirt was still the same from the previous season, that's maybe why you got that bit to put over it.
Possibly. Right, let's go to the vote.
That could have been it.
So it's up against, obviously we're going way back on this one, but it's up against last season's kit. So the Funny Williams one. We'll start with you, Mark. I think I know which way you're going to go, but we'll start with you.
I mean that shirt is special for me, but like I'm going to have to say Funny at 8.
Wow, that really shocks us.
That shocked me as well.
Yeah.
I've been let down. I've been let down by my fellow elder statesmen here.
I know. But the images of Brian Kilcline, Mickey Quinn, Billy Askew. Yeah. Mark Stinson, Jesus. Brock Sheedy, all them. Brock was maybe he's just gone by then.
I think it might have been David Kelly.
David Kelly for me. I was about to say it's got to be David.
Well, that's the big one of obviously the Leicester game. Where we stayed up on the last day of the season, and then obviously we then went on because that was the start of the whole Keegan era was when we were wearing this. Obviously coming in.
Yeah. The thing for me on this one, once again, it's another shirt where I don't really have any memories that I've made myself in relation to that shirt. Obviously, because way before my time. But I think if Newcastle released that shirt now, we would all say it is the worst shirt we've ever seen.
I have to agree with Chris. Like,
there was a mock-up done in the summer of before this season's shirt was came out, and someone had done one of that, but with I think it was Puma in front of it, and it was just laughed out of Twitter.
Yeah, well, I think people didn't realise we used to have a shirt like that, mate. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is out there, though, isn't it? It's so out there.
The thing is, like, look at
the sleeves, man. The sleeves are just to be the
other
way
around. The picture doesn't do it justice, like, to be fair.
Well, this is the problem I've got, Mark, right? Because if it was the one with the blue star, I think I'd probably choose it. But because if I'm voting on just being plain, then I've got to stay with last season's.
I'm going to move the Athletic or something here. Like, this is outrageous stuff.
Mate, the calls, they don't want you.
I don't want to, though, because I want to go for that one. I do, but if I'm judging the photo, I'm going for, I have to stay. If I'm judging the photo, I have to stay with last season's.
When you just see the mighty Quinn wearing that like that.
Blue star, though. You've got a blue star there. That's what makes it win.
Look at the size of the blue star as well.
It's humongous, man.
I mean, that just reminds me of being a kid and standing in his stand paddocks. And
I'm changing. I'm going to imagine there's a blue star on that picture, Chris. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The collar. I'm starting to like now that I'm looking at that.
Something else I like about this one. Threat Level put a video on a while ago. It was a derby game or something in the Division 1 as it was.
Is Threat Level on commission or something tonight?
It'll be in the playoff ones when Burridge saved the penalty away.
And the sleeves on the long sleeve shirts, some of the sleeves had both narrow stripes, some had both broad stripes. Obviously, they're just being a mess up with the Umbro factory. They're just putting sleeves on willy-nilly, like, but it looks mint. It's just...
Not putting stripes on willy-nilly on that one. It's like, do you know when your printer's running out of ink and you get stripes, like it starts off really well and you get loads of random stripes?
There it is with Greenhalgh's as well, look.
It is a nice shirt. Like I can't deny that. But
so
anyway,
that was the bit where you got the black bit going across with the blue.
I think once before, because I didn't really have any memories. I didn't create any memories myself. Obviously, way before me, I would have probably went for last season's shirt. But it's 3-1. I think because Mark, I'm pretty sure you're changing your mind. He's gone down a trip down memory lane there. Like
I've gone back to.
I'm going for that one, the old one, but I'm thinking of the blue star personally.
Southend at home, 3-2 in the rain. Paul Bracewell screamer. First day of the season.
So what we're going for? What's the name of this shirt?
Mickey Quinn for me.
Like.
What?
Or the barcode. Could be the barcode.
Yeah, barcode shirt.
Acid. The guy on
That's
acid.
that shirt was the first number 9 at Newcastle I fell in love with, and that was Mickey Quinn. He was just like his debut. Like
I've actually got Mickey Quinn's. I've got Mickey Quinn's number. I should have rang him.
Yeah, well, not remember when we did the podcast with him in your mum and dad's conservatory.
Yeah,
that's one of the early ones.
Proper OG, that man.
Yeah, it was one of the first ones we did. But
he said, I remember that podcast that we did, mate, right? Because he said, "Oh, like we're only gonna like for about 20 minutes."
Someone's thinking he's gone.
Oh, it's Bestie again. You've
gone.
Bestie,
you've gone.
It echoes us. Is the problem.
But I
didn't think I had. Yeah, you through the headphones still, so you sound all right. But
I think it must come through both, mate, because it starts echoing. But I think when we're done that podcast with Mickey Quinn, the best thing about it, I was like, "Oh, Mickey will only be about 20 minutes." Hour later, he was like ready. His last was ready, like leave the house to go like out for drinks or something, and he sat like recording a podcast with me and Mark in my ma's dining room.
That's brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant,
laugh,
brilliant crack, like. But yeah, he's, as I say, like he's the first number 9 that I ever fell in love with, like at Newcastle, and he was just absolutely brilliant.
Goals.
Brilliant.
Oh, I love that.
So many goals. He's got so many goals.
Amazing.
Right, so the Barcode shirt wins on that one. I think this is where we're going to get tough. So I'm going to go for the shirt that I'm wearing. So another one with everything centralized down the middle. Brown Ale sponsor. I think this was. Is this not when the Brown Ale changed from the store to this, or was it one before that? That one. Sorry, you're right, mate. Sorry. Yeah.
It's honestly that,
because it was the label on the front when the away one of the one you got on best. He had the cap, didn't it? The white.
What? To be fair, what people won't realize is if you look at this really closely, it's actually got the crest in the stripes as well. It's like a silk material, and it's got the crest everywhere.
I think for me, I always remember being a kid getting this one. Obviously, I had the one Bestie's got on, and I used to, play football all the time with that one on. And I can't honestly explain to you how excited I was to go and get this one, because I adored the shield on the back, and I absolutely loved the Newcastle United at the bottom of the,
I love that.
The arse end of the shirt.
That.
What a beautiful idea that was, man! It was. It's
badge,
basically the badge, isn't it? It's just the badge, yeah. What a fantastic idea. Honestly, I can't tell you how much I loved that shirt. Honestly, I did. I remember Barcelona. The shorts. I had the shorts. The shorts are a very weird material, but they were lush all the same, though.
Shiny, weren't they?
Like shiny, yeah.
Vinyl almost, isn't it?
Yeah. Honest to God, I absolutely adored it. I can't say any more about it. Like, it was unbelievable, like, for me.
Reminds me of Andreas Andersen.
God, is a shout guy.
Right, so we're there. News just in, right? I know we're going back, but obviously this shirt is still in discussion. Mark has sent us a voice note. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear this one, but let us know if you can. Just give us a thumbs up if you can.
Hello, mate. It definitely had a sponsor, mate. It was Greenall's originally in 1990 when it was released. Mm-hmm. And then halfway through that season, the club sponsor changed back to Newcastle Breweries. So the Blue Star was put on. I think it would have been in place for, I think it was New Year, 1991. That shirt there, the club shop used to sell them without the sponsors. And sometimes used to sell them with them. And I think it just depended on where you went. But it definitely had a voice note. It definitely had a sponsor, mate. Greenall beers, and then it changed to Newcastle Breweries.
There you are. He's just confirming exactly what I told you.
He used to have a voice note on it.
It had a voice note before voice notes were ever even invented.
What was that, Bestie?
It sounds like you had the England game on as well. By now.
You had a game on in the background, aye.
Is this not
completely forgot? England were playing.
What's the score? Anyone know? No.
1-3-0.
Oh, did they? Right.
Aye.
How did Hendrik do?
He's on English.
This shirt, obviously, Barcelona has a huge run for us, Tino, but Shearer, that raker, against Spurs.
The cup.
In the cup, in off the bar.
The semi-final, that one, wasn't it?
It really, it's funny because I actually remember that game so well. I can't really remember the final at all. Obviously, probably because we lost. Like, but honestly, I can't really remember the game. But that semi-final game, I remember the penalty, how nervous I was, and the screamer.
Were you taking it?
No, do you know? I'll tell you, it's pretty. Obviously, I wasn't at the game. I was at my mum. I was just at home, you know, only a kid. And I remember I went behind the city. I went behind the sofa when Shiva got the penalty. My dad went, "He'll score when it's all right." And I was behind the sofa, like on my knees. And when he scored, I was like, "Yes!" And then obviously minutes later, I felt like he scored that absolute screamer. What a shirt! Honestly, what a shirt.
I'll tell you what, for me, I love that shirt. It's like obviously you've got Tino against Barca, you've got Shiva and all that.
Spire.
This might not work.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Cat Spire kicking the shit.
Wow!
I remember that. Yeah.
That was a night at the Barcelona game.
Yeah, it was. That's right. It was, wasn't it?
Long sleeve as well, mate. You'll love that.
Long sleeve, yeah.
Oh,
was that the Mayfair?
Arena, that was.
Arena.
Night at the Barcelona game.
Right, so let's wrap this one up.
I thought he was going to put a picture of Ian Rush up. I don't know why I thought that. I just did.
Did John Barnes play this one as well?
John Barnes, yeah.
If Ian Rush ever turns a band and starts pumping hits like slide away out, then I'm all over it. Like, but...
Right, so let's put a vote. Is it the barcode shirt or is it the Tino shirt? We'll name this one.
Oh, Tino, just 1,000,000%.
Tino for me. Oh, look how close it is.
Yep.
Let's go you, Mark.
Just on aesthetics alone, Tino.
Bestie.
I'm glad you said that, Mark, because it means that what I say now is completely inconsequential, and I didn't want the responsibility. So I'm going to say barcode just because no one else has. I'll kind of decide.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was a close one.
It's a tough one, that, like, because
I'm taking the coward's way out.
I tell you what I didn't like on that one, though, if I'm being honest with you, is the names and numbers. I had Shiva 9 on the back, as I always did. And they were quite felty, the numbers, to be honest.
Yeah, they were, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's the one with the shield on the back, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. I love the shield idea, honestly, I did. Some people didn't, but I did.
It's got Newcastle United across the bottom as well, doesn't it? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like the bottom there. I remember at the time I didn't like the shield at all, like on the back of it. But thankfully you'd never had to look at the back of it when you were wearing it, like. But
I loved it.
I know, that's why I was trying to think. They asked you what's on the back.
It looked bad when you didn't have a number, though. Like, it looked crunchy.
This doesn't have a number on it.
It looks a bit.
I don't think I
did.
To be fair, I've got it upstairs.
I'm trying to find another one, like, to join the rest behind us, but I can't really find one for a reasonable price. They're always fucking hundreds and hundreds of quid.
This one,
aye.
I got this one for free. So thanks to Mark Quigley, who just gave us a shirt. Thanks, mate.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember
give us a shirt.
Brought the match, didn't he?
I wore it on the trip where we went to West Brom.
Yes.
I was wearing this West Brom away. Where I took you down the stairs, Decker.
I was wearing the NTL one behind us. I'm gonna get it. The more we're talking about it, I'm gonna go and buy it now. As soon as we finish.
It's a lovely shirt, like underrated shirt. Apart from this, it's really itchy.
Itchy as fuck.
Really itchy, especially when you've got a beard on as well. Like, it catches quite a bit.
It's nice that like the same colour as the last seasons that we were talking about with Wilhelms. Yeah. It's the same sort of style, isn't it? And
I think it's better done on that one though. I think that's one.
Thicker, innit? Thicker white.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Has it got sorry, I know we're going on here. In the white or in the black, there's something else there, isn't there? Within the shirt.
It's a crest.
The crest is in there, isn't it? Aye.
It's like
it's on both of them. It's on the black and the white. Yeah. But they've got like little zigzags, like going all the way across them. Then they've got like hundreds of crests, like just dotted all over.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Almost looks like the kind of Weetabix kind of thing, doesn't it? Between the
sleeves, man, the stripes as well on the sleeves.
Right.
It's unreal. It really is unreal.
It's lush. The only issue, and I'm trying not to do this with the shirts too much, but the only thing with this one is that it reminds us of Kenny Dalglish. And like in just abject fear there and misery and basically.
Oh, beat Barcelona.
Well, that's it. Even though there's good memories,
as well.
That season ended awfully.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, right. Let's
I'll tell you whose shirt that is. Favourite shirt. Our esteemed father, the Reverend, loves that shirt because it makes him look like a vicar.
The dog collar.
The dog collar.
Right.
I'm going to try my headphones again so the mic get a bit. Looks like it's been charging.
Better.
Yeah, here we are. Better. He's back.
Better. Champion. We're back
in the room. We just need to get you some normal headphones that you can plug in.
don't like how it looks now. I'm dead clumsy. I would knock everything over if I did that. So
you need like these. You need big cans like us three.
Join the Britney Spears club. Whatever it is.
I've even got flashy lights on mine.
So I've got one to use for the gym. That'll probably do the job, like. But
let's put the cat amongst the pigeons, right? And let's go up against Tino. When did they win? 3-1, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So Tino, it's going up against the Lauren Robert goal movie kit.
I love it. This is one of my favorite seasons.
This is up there with memories for me, because I think at this age is when I really started falling in love with Newcastle and started going to more games.
So this is also talking about forthcoming podcasts. This is a one where I'm going to do with our friend who's just been on the phone leaving us a voice note. We're going to be discussing this.
So Gallagher Shots is having a crossover with True Faith. Believe it or not, it's actually happening.
Yeah.
So building bridges. But yeah, we're going to have a chat about.
We're the only ones building bridges,
season.
mate. I'll tell you that.
Everybody loves a bridge on Tyneside, don't they? But yeah, this shirt for me is just unreal. Just so many happy memories of European nights and the Champions League, and it's just fantastic shirt. Love it.
If you're picking a player that springs to mind, where in this one I've got two in my head. Going to you, Decker, is Shearer, because obviously you got Shearer on the back of that. Is he the player that comes to your mind?
I'll tell you very, very quickly, because I know we're going on. I went to watch the pre-season friendly we played against Bilbao when Robert made his wasn't debut, but it was, if you know what I mean, it kind of was, because it was the first time I'd seen him. And I went straight to the club shop after the game and I bought it with Robert 32 on the back. And I remember the one thing I didn't like, which I just don't like about that one, the short sleeve version really stuck out here. Like no matter what you did, it just came out. But anyway, I bought the Robert one, and then I remember I went in nearly every game that season, home and away, and I just love Shearer so damn much. I went and bought it again, and I got Shearer 9 on the back because I felt disloyal. So it would be Shearer for me, of course. Yeah, it would be.
Bestie?
Hugo Viana.
What a player, you know. What a great player.
Didn't quite. He was maybe wanted a bit too much time on the ball. Maybe that was his big thing, but he could pick a pass out.
Honestly, Bestie, imagine if we would have waited a few years at the English game, you would have had more time.
Well, the daft thing is we bought him, and he was the next big thing from Portugal, more highly rated than Ronaldo and everything, and we had a choice between the two of them, and we went for Viana.
Unbelievably attractive, wasn't it? When you think of, as you say, the prodigy that he was, for us to sign him was amazing, really.
Yeah, we were as a club at the time, though. We were kind of up the top of the league. I mean, at that point, pretty consistently would qualifying for Europe every season and stuff. So it wasn't that big a. You think of Newcastle now getting that caliber of player, just it really once in a blue moon we might even look at someone like that. But back then it wasn't a big thing.
So
Bobby put back on the map, hadn't he?
The couple of players that spring to my mind on this one, apart from Santiago Munez on this one, is Viana, which we mentioned, and Jermaine Janus.
Yeah, JJ.
For me as well, this guy.
Yeah, 100% agree with Bellamy. Oh. It does for me as well, Bellamy, massively, yeah.
Is that because the goal he scored against
Feyenoord?
Feyenoord, sorry, yeah.
Feyenoord, yeah.
I thought you were being Gladstone small there. I'm thinking, he's going to play forward.
I know that obviously what I've just said, Shearer, but the goal against Everton obviously stands out a lot. You know, that was an absolute screamer.
That was unbelievable. That one against Villa wearing that shirt as well.
Yeah, that's what a goal that was.
Shola was massive that season as well.
Yeah, Loa. It is.
Christian Mercedes,
yeah.
I've got the
Clarence Acuna as well.
I've got the DVD upstairs. I can't remember the name of it, but it's got Shearer on the front.
Cordoni as well, was he that season? Daniel Cordoni?
He was the season before.
Season before, was it?
Yeah, it was
definitely little Clarence.
That one, wasn't it, when TL on that one? I always remember he put one of the best volleyed crosses I have ever seen in my life in against Borough away. You have to go and find out on YouTube. I'm telling you now, we'll score from it. He takes a corner, comes back out of him, and he hits it first time on the volley. It's the best volleyed cross I've ever seen. So there's one Cordoni thing for you anyway. Sorry.
I'm just going. That looks mint behind you. The more I look at that, the more I think I'm going to start doing that. That looks amazing.
Well, can I just because I said to my lass, I went, we're doing this and eating it. She went, well, why don't you go outside and we've got the big pole there. It's it hangs the washing up, so a washing line doesn't.
Robert Lewandowski.
And she went, "Oh, we'll set it up." So I've got it balanced quite well, actually. To be fair to her, so but yeah,
it looks really good. That like,
yes,
quite jealous. I've got me manky kitchen blinds behind us.
I do this every week from now on. Then.
Right, so let's go to a vote. Okay. Are we going for the Tino one? Or we're going for let's go with the Laurent Robert one.
Can I go last?
That's what we're going to call it, right? Decker, you've got to go first.
Oh, fuck off!
We're not letting you have a deciding vote. You go first in this one.
Oh, this is hard. I'm going to go Laurent Robert then. Oh, it's hard. That's hard.
Mark.
Robert.
Bestie.
I'm not doing this on purpose. And I really love this shirt. There's a photo actually of Robert having just scored at St James's with long sleeves on, sleeves rolled up.
It's the goal.
It's the goal movie. Cover. Yeah, goal for cover.
But I'm sticking with Tino.
So, despite me wearing it, I'm going for NTL Laurent Robert one.
It's back there in fat stripes for me. It just
if I'm being honest, I know I've said that one, but the other one's got the brown nail badge. It's got more stripes. It's got Newcastle United on its arse, if you like, on the bottom. Like, but I'm not going to change your mind. But I'm very surprised I've just done that actually.
So NTL's took the lead, right?
Two very nice shirts though, head to head.
Yeah. I haven't mentioned either on this one that the Newcastle badge is absolutely tiny on it.
It is really small.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, ridiculous. Yeah, ridiculous. Yeah, stupid.
Right, so we're going to go more modern again, and we are going to go with the Hatem Ben Arfa shirt. So the season will finish 5th.
It's very similar to the previous one with the blacks down the side and the Puma stripes in the middle.
Area,
yeah, there's two things which really annoy me about this one. Is the Puma position, it's up here, and the collar, there's literally no collar. It's just the end of the fabric.
It's just it's like a really slim black kind of
thin. Yeah.
It's the same as that one guy before with that V that we're talking about, where that neck was really, really high and tight as well.
So I'll tell you where this one works for us. I mentioned before, I think it was on the Wonga one where the black stripes stop. The way that this one's done, like, it still is really a black line across, but the way the black it works is one. I think it works, if that makes sense. Like the way that the black goes across.
The sleeves are all one colour as well, aren't they? With the sleeves being white, it helps, doesn't it?
It reminds me of Ryan Taylor a lot.
I've got a couple of players. Joey Barton springs to mind for this one for me as well.
Yeah.
Joey Barton had his massive flick of hair.
Yep. Leon Best a lot for me as well. I love Leon Best.
Did Kabay not wear that one?
Yeah, that was his first season.
His really good season.
Was he not wearing that when he'd done the free kick against Man U? Was that kid?
Yeah.
Was that the yellow one?
No, that was at home.
No, not St James's. When Denver scored.
A 3-0 one.
That was the one when Pardew played Shola and Barr up front. And if you ever see the Barr's goal, he turns to Carver and points because he says, it was my decision to play 4-4-2, which a lot of people criticise.
It was pissing down that night as well. And the best thing
January
about that, Johan's
January the 4th it was.
So Johan's free kick was a fact it hit the crossbar, then went in, bounced just over. Unbelievable.
Did you sit? Because he slid, didn't he, on his knees to that end. I was sitting the other end at the time. What a night that was. That was a great night.
And Denver Barr's goal. Was it Ferdinand that he turned inside out?
Inside out, aye. Like done it like a
aye.
I think he finished good.
2011, 2012. So was that then?
Yeah, yes, aye.
We really had some team though.
Was it Phil Jones that scored the own goal?
Aye,
it was.
Yeah. Leon Best laughing his cock off in the photo when he's here, he's Kris.
Well, is this shirt another one where Ben Arfa was laughing his cock off as well, where Enrique had to go in goal? Was it not that shirt?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah. This one for me.
Enrique, we're going to score 6.
I really like this one, but if we had a bad season, it would be hated.
Yeah.
If it was like the shirt before the first one in the season back up, it would have been this would be a more popular shirt again. Like I like it. I do like this one, but it's just not the. I think it's memories of the season rather than the shirt itself.
Right, so we'll go to a vote.
What Mark said, there's not a great deal of difference
It's a bit of a obviously the stripes on the sleeves on the NTL one.
And then the neckline.
Yeah, it's
the
V-neck.
neck, I think. The neck's huge on it in regards to the difference.
If you colour the sleeves black, it's last season's shirt, basically.
Yeah, it is in that sense. Yeah, I do like the sponsor. I love how the black and white. I always think that looks good.
Right, let's go to the vote then. So, are we going NTL Robbie, or we're going for? We'll name this one the Man United 3-0 one.
I'm going to stick with Lauren Robbie.
Me too.
100%, definitely.
Mark, 4-0.
Fourth.
Right. So next up, let's go for another trip down memory lane, and we shall go for. I think this is Decca's favourite shirt, which is also hanging behind him.
Oh my goodness!
I can tell you now that this one's going to get at least 2 votes for every round from here on in. It's my favourite as well.
This is tough though. This is. I agree with. I understand what Bessie's saying there. I've got a few really close to my heart. Like this one though. I mean, I had the NTL version. Sorry, apologise. I had the Brown Ale version, and then I went and bought the NTL version. But then I ended up just almost throwing that in the bin. I just went back to the Brown Ale one. I just,
the Brown Ale one's so much better. Like,
I know. The bad side is obviously it was Hullet, it was. But the good side, it was Bobby, and it was a fabulous shirt.
That to me is the perfect Newcastle shirt.
I'm with you. I'm with you completely. Yeah.
They could release 1,000 variations of that. They'll do so well to beat that. That's the one for me. Like.
The collar's just outstanding as well, man. It's just the blue trim is just outstanding. It's just perfect. Honestly,
have I posted this one too early?
Yeah.
See, like as much as like I've got the shirt. I like it. It's just not one of my favorite tops. Like I don't know what it is about it. I would never look at it and think that is a really beautiful shirt. Like
the shorts had the blue.
I remember the
trim
shorts
on
with the blue trim and that.
Man.
It's
beautiful.
I don't know whether it's just got too many bad memories. Like
it's similar to this shirt as well, where I'm sure the back of it overhangs like more than the front. So if you look at the one behind Decker, it's similar to this one because this one does the same.
It overhangs, yeah.
It's the Ferguson and Shearer getting dropped like by Hullet for the derby in the pissing down rain.
And 8-0 Chef Wed. You've got playing Roma in the UEFA Cup. There's loads of good memories of that one as well.
But when Bobby coming back, it takes a bit of a lift, doesn't it?
Yeah. Always remember
Shearer and Ferguson getting dropped, but you've also got that handshake.
Look at it, man. Bessie, just keep that on for a second.
Look at
Shearer there, man. Look at Shearer.
Look at the socks as well.
Oh, mate, it's the greatest. To be
perfectly honest, for the most part.
It was better with white, and I very rarely say that, but with white, I was with Kieran Dyer, just flying forward, Preds on, white socks, giving it hell.
Can you imagine being a centre half, 1999 this was, yeah, just lining up. I think that looks like Stamford Bridge. I think it's Stamford Bridge. You're lining up, so you're Marcel Desailly, Frank de Boer. You're lining up, and that's what you can see at kick-off. You're gonna get grooved.
Shearer was lush, wasn't he? Like, just fucking lush, wasn't he?
Best mate now, me and Shearer. Be messing each other like this, me and Shearer.
Well, tell him he's lush from me. Honestly, it's just, there's similar, I know it's a different shirt, but when he's standing with Ferdinand, again, just the centre circle, it's against Charity Shield match, I think. It just looks the business, man. The business.
Did Laurent Chevet, was he this year?
Yeah. He was, yeah.
I don't know why he's just...
Charvet,
He signed in
my mind.
He first wore the Tino shirt, Charvet, but I think he did wear that one as well, yeah, briefly.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
I think it's time for the vote.
No, there's only one for me.
So we know it's already took a 2-0 lead in the very first whistle. It's taking a 2-0 lead. And Mark?
Yeah, it's going to be 2-2 here.
2-1 for me. It's a nice shirt, but it just doesn't do enough for us.
Did you know what it is, right?
I don't know if there's too much blue.
I know I've got memories of that NTL one, but I'm siding with Decker and Bessie on this one.
Yes,
if you look at that as a full kit, it's unbelievable.
No,
unbelievable.
I'm gonna at this point as well. The away shirt was a really similar design, white but had green under the sleeves. It was absolutely lush. The keeper kit's Welsh as well. And the blues, the sponsors' logos were embroidered rather than being like a transfer or a vinyl. It was just
Beautiful.
It was like stitched on kind of thing. Like,
yeah. It was really high as well, the sponsor on that one.
So, lads, to be honest with you, I'm only going to post a couple more because there's a few Wonga ones. I don't think we need to go through them because some of them are shocking.
You're going to get really
the
tough
Wonga
now,
ones.
Chris?
There isn't any other nice Wonga ones at all.
So, I'm going to post this one in.
Do you like the genie one?
I'm worried about one that's going to come.
So that right.
So we're going back to Umbro days, right?
So that shirt is the first shirt I bought with my own money. That shirt, and I bought it from Phoenix, from the sports section of Phoenix, up on because on the top floor of Phoenix, you used to have the toys and the sportswear, and then you had the hairdressers and toilets through there. I don't know why I remember that, but
because you got no hair.
Well, I did then.
You've been bald all your life. I've seen photos of you with hair, and it's like the most frightening things I've ever seen in my life.
What was your hair like? Like Walker, what was it like? You're looking for a picture? There's a picture above your hair.
There's a picture on this wall here.
Come on,
get it. Well,
I can't because it's in the frame on the wall, but it's
take the frame off the wall.
Take the frame off the wall.
It's a massive one though.
And you would be able to pressurize him into that.
Yeah, we're gone. I've never ever seen you with hair like.
He looks a bit like a rapist, doesn't it?
Where?
It's a big frame. Like.
Look at can you see that in the middle? In that shirt?
Is it curtains? You got curtains?
Massive curtains.
Yeah,
why is your last way in the shirt?
Look at that one. Can you see that? Me bam, look at them curtains.
Oh, yes, aye.
Wow.
Yes,
definitely better with it off, mate.
So
you look like is it PG and Duncan kind of thing going on?
Well, that was the thing. That would have been like the late 90s. It would have been. So 96. That wasn't it. 96, 97.
Did you gradually start to lose it, or was it all on the pillow one morning? Like what happened? Like because there's loads of hair there.
When I got into my 30s, I started. What I actually did? Got into 30s.
Why are we talking about Marco Ball?
And I remember what it was. We were renovating the house, and I decided because I kept getting plaster and paint and everything in my hair.
Right.
Thought, because I didn't have curtains by that point. I had the style at the time, like spiky and messy, like on top kind of thing. And I thought, I'll shave it so I don't get as much straightening all the time. And obviously, like Chris, as you know, and Decker, you're starting to find out, the more you shave your hair, the less it comes back.
Mine will go back perfectly. I just choose not to do it.
I don't know. Like,
yeah,
seen the size of them arches?
Mine just didn't.
Head down again.
Mine just didn't come back one day. Like,
I'll confess, like that is one of the reasons I don't go that short. Like, just because mine
won't come back.
I've shaved mine loads of times and grew it back.
Oh, you bick it, mate. Bick it.
No. But I'll never go back to what I used to have. Like, I just wouldn't. Anyway, back to the shirt. Sorry,
I know.
What are we talking about?
So there's only one winner. Me and Bestie are probably the same. You say Bestie?
I think Bestie might be able to be opinion change on this one.
Similarly to Mark, this was the first shirt I ever had. Mum and Dad bought it from Sports Scene 3 in Shields. It come in a little. It was an Umbro. The boxes, the kits used to come in a box, the replica box.
Yeah.
But it was the one with the old logo, the NUF, the C and the magpie beneath it.
Did you have the green holes one, or was it the black? Because we had three versions of the green holes.
It didn't have a sponsor. The one I got. One of the things I love about the championship shirt, the Kris Houghton championship, was the collar was like a throwback to that one as well, the overlapping kind of what do you call it?
The champions one that we're talking about had that little fold bit.
It felt like it was a kind of throwback. All that said, I'm sticking with the Duncan Ferguson shirt.
Okay. So 2-0 again, Mark.
What you can you can just make it out in there, but
it's similar.
It
to
had
this
like
one,
a diamond pattern.
Yeah.
Kind of in the
similar to this one. It's like the silk material with the.
But there was a white sponsor with green holes, and then we had a white and green one, and then a black one.
Look at them side by side,
three of them.
And this WhatsApp group here, because on mine they're both on the same page, on the same screen. Sorry, come on.
Which one got through in the last round? Was it the blue one?
Yeah,
the Ferguson one. I'm going to name it the Ferguson one.
It's a beautiful shirt, isn't it? What a shirt!
This one reminds me of Kevin Scott.
Yeah.
Ray Ranson, Mirantina, Benny Christensen.
How are the Mark? Put a vote on it.
Duncan Ferguson.
Ferguson won. Yeah, I'm going for that. So 4-0 once again for the Ferguson top.
Yep.
Right.
The away one of that year is
Is that the grey one?
No,
green and yellow.
Oh, the guy. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
With the white pin.
Amazing.
I think that's winning when we do the away shirt because I think me and Mark will probably go that one every time. So.
Spoiler alert. Right. I'm going to put 2 more in. Okay.
I'm really worried, yeah.
And this is the one which comes in now. So going a little bit further.
Oh, that's all right.
David McCreary.
So we're going back where the crest, the crest which we had in between the Magpie one and the one which we currently have now. I love this one, you know. Like, once again, I'm going to talk about memories. I don't have any single memory in this one, but I just love that shirt.
It's Gaza, isn't it? That one.
I love it.
Maybe Chris Waddle a bit as well, but yeah, Gaza.
Yeah.
I actually really I actually like the badge. I really like the badge. I always like that one.
Mate, it's the badge, it's the collar, it's the trims on the sleeves. It's just a lovely kit, that.
Yeah. It is.
It's nice, but it ain't got shit on that Ferguson one.
I'm sure that's the first. I think that was the first one that we went from the blue star to greenhalls. I think this was the first one. I think
the greenhalls one was like a big white patch with it had a green square inside.
Yeah,
with greenhalls beers rather than just greenhalls.
Yes, you see this one doing the rounds at the games now because Score Draw do the retro one of this one don't without any badge on it. So you see this one knocking around. Yeah,
it's one of the only Score Draw ones I've got because I really like it. I love the sponsor on it. The greenhalls one. Actually, I've got the blue star one as well.
It's just a lovely top, isn't it?
I love that badge as well. You know, it's like the thing is it's such a simple badge that it shouldn't work, but it does.
This is what I was hoping for the anniversary kit. Something really basic like that, rather than what we did under that season.
If they gave it the collar like that one that you've got on, with that would have been lovely, wouldn't it?
I think that's what the anniversary kit. It's just the collar for me. That's the only thing that really detracts from it. I think it's smart enough, but as you say, I think you're all right for like an anniversary shirt. It should be something a bit more of a throwback. And if
just basic, isn't it?
It would be. Yeah, it would be. It would have sold out in like a minute.
Yeah.
Look at the Rangers one that was seen the other week with that new the new company Castor. That we've been Castor. I think the name that we've been linked with. Like when they brought out that retro style one.
That was the badge that was on the bedspread. This one here, that was the one that was plastered everywhere, really.
Your fake bedspread.
Me fake bedspread. We had a very good, you know. Honestly, hasn't left us that. Hasn't left us.
So that's the one that I can like. I remember being a kid and having the old one with the Magpie, but that's the one that sticks with me from being a Newcastle fan and going to the games and stuff like that. And then we changed to the modern one. So
right. So lads, are all in agreement that it is probably going to be the Ferguson one once again?
Yep.
Do you know what it is?
I'd stay with. I'd vote McCreary. Me, like.
You're going the Umbro one?
Yeah, I'm going retro on this one.
I'm sticking with Ferguson, so 3-1. Ferguson runs through. I know there's plenty more shirts which I haven't mentioned, like this one behind us, the Lee Bowyer, Kieran Dyer one. But I think that era, there's a lot of
Bernard
shirts.
Knockout.
Yeah, there's a lot of those shirts which are very similar. Is that going to overtake the Ferguson one? No.
No chance.
It's one of my favourites, that one, as it happens, but it's not the Ferguson one.
Yeah. So, next, last one. We knew this was coming.
Oh, it's not even the one I thought it was going to be.
You said you weren't going to do this.
I know I did, but I am. So, it's the 95-96 shirt.
This neat competition. That one.
This is where Decker's brain starts going. Which shirt did you think it was going to be?
I thought it was going to be 93-94 Asics, the one over Decker's shoulder.
I have a real problem with a couple of shirts. This one here, I can't even tell you how much I adore this shirt, but I love it with the blue star on. That was one of my first Newcastle ones I got with Cole on the back, and that means an awful lot of us. So if you had to put that one,
Cole, Beardsley, Will Fox, Scott Sellers,
just amazing. This shirt, though, I mean, it's everything, isn't it?
It's the Les Ferdinand shirt for me.
It's everything that.
It's Warren Barton. It's Ginola. It's that is when we were, even though we won nothing, we were the best team in the world then.
Yeah, no, I get giddy thinking about it, man. Like it was
Shearer came home to wear it. There's just so like.
I still think that Ferguson one's a better shirt. I honestly do, and I'm going to stick by my guns.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
Shirt, man.
Not a chance.
I had this thing around this time, like, was like between 95 and like 2000, where the shirts, to my mind, kind of almost preordained how we're going to do. So this shirt was like fabulous. We'll finish second twice. We'll finish 13th both seasons. We'll the one that Kris has got on. The one after was a Ferguson shirt. We'll finish 11th in that one. I think we'll finish similar. So the shirts weirdly, the shirts were consistent with lead position for like a good few years.
Yeah, like the NTL one, like the Robert one as well.
Yeah, I will finish third and I think 5th or 4th maybe in that one. This one, like, it was the first time I'd ever had Adidas. So I was very excited about that. The away kit was incredible. The Grandad colour, the keeper kit. I remember there was an advert in it's like 90 Minutes magazine, and I think it was in that. And even the socks had the embroidered NUFC and Adidas and the 3 stripes on the top of the shorts. The
shorts were massive.
Yeah, huge. The badge that surrounded the kind of shield that surrounded the badge on the keeper kits and on the shorts was just it was a fabulous kit.
Actually, hang on.
I wish I still had one. Like
it's just the little details, like the badge, the sponsor badge, the way it's sewn on, the little badge that you got at the bottom with the
if I remember right as well, they're
like
not. Best you'll be able to tell us because you're wearing it now. They're not perfect stripes either. They've got like a tiny little wrinkle down.
They've got the Adidas. From the 3 stripe. When you see a pair of 3 stripes, you've got the zigzag going down between them.
The Ferguson one's got that as well, mine.
Oh, does it?
Aye.
For me personally, it's memories for me. I'm thinking more of.
Yeah.
This is why it's very, very hard for us. This is like, I've got this drill top on. It's the same era, the same. It means everything to us that era does.
We without a doubt should have won the league wearing that shirt, 100%, 100%. And if it hadn't have been for Graham Fenton, if it hadn't have been for Eric Cantona, we would have been champions.
Maybe if it hadn't been for Kevin Keegan.
I'm going for Bestie.
Oh,
Bestie, what are you going for? Yeah.
Let's go Bestie.
Fuck. I'm on my iPad now, just flicking between the two.
Oh, show us a photo then. Come on, give us a random photo. Oh, you mean you look at the ones that Kris has sent?
Yeah.
Aye.
Oh, sorry. I thought you was like looking at players with them on or something.
Oh no, I'm just on the ones that
Degger, you could literally turn around and pick them both up from behind you.
I was going to say, they're both
them in real life.
You. No, I know, but
rather than looking on an iPad.
The thing is like, but Decker has got 3 of my 3 favorite home shirts behind him, and it's then 3 that he's got in a row there.
See this one here, man.
It's the 96, the 93, and the 2002. Yeah, that's just pure
the
sex.
Number as well. It's the number on the back, that little stripe in the top
with
corner.
The Adidas in it and everything, man.
You know,
we're just talking about the number on the back, the 9 as well, where it's got the stripes across it.
If Bestie has a look on the buttons on the collar, the buttons have actually got Adidas embossed into them as well.
They have. It's
just quality details, man. Quality details.
I think we're gonna have to vote, lads.
I still always will say the brown ale on that blue one is better though. The quality of the way the blue one is done.
The sponsor.
It's better. It's a better quality. The brown ale is definitely better.
It was dead felty on the.
This one's like a felt.
One.
This one's a proper felt.
Felty. Yeah, it actually is on the drill top. If I'm honest with you.
I think it's still got fluff on it from like 20 years ago.
That was the white one that I was talking about before. That you've got on your drill top was the same white that they've got on the maroon and blue.
Yeah.
Away one.
Yeah. It's like a cream colour, isn't it?
Creamy colour. Yeah.
It is. It was more white on the one after, the blue, the denim one with the black band across the chest. Yeah. And the one after with the orange and green down the side.
That had a right cricket neck style.
You're hesitating, yeah, mate. You still haven't given an answer.
I am. I'm trying to delay because I can't. I was all for the Ferguson one until Decker picked that one up in the number on the back.
I'll do it again.
Look at that, man. It screams. The Adidas at the bottom, the stripes, the big bold letters as well. It screams retro and
we have a winner, ladies and gentlemen.
has to be.
I feel like I'm picking between me 2 children. That's honestly like me 2 kids I've got. You'd say choose one. This is how I feel.
Decker, put your headset out a little bit. Your mic.
Sorry, apologise.
There you go.
So yeah, I don't have that connection to that blue one that used to do. Like,
the shirt's beautiful, man.
How are bestie going, answer?
With the Granda colour one as well, I used to wear it under my school shirt at school. I loved it that much. I had the long sleeve one. I've always been long sleeve. I had the different one. I had the Premier League badges.
You've been sweating your tits off every day.
But fat kid as well, likes to sweat anyway. They make a difference, really. But it's just the memories of that team that, I mean, it's a bit sad that the first game I can think of is the 4-3 against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Really. But it's such a, that shirt, it was I'm going Granda colour. I've got to.
Right. Okay, Mark.
Hey, there's no question. Like, there's 3 shirts that I absolutely adore, and like this one, it's between this one and the 93-94 for me, and if had you put them two together, I'd be here all
Mark,
night trying to decide.
Are you McEwen's logo or the blue star? It's the same shirt, obviously, but which one are you? I know. Sorry, Chris.
I think the blue star just.
Yeah.
But I don't know. McEwen's logo always reminds us of Malcolm Allen.
So other than Mark, what are you going for,
so
Granda?
100%. Ginola, Shearer, Ferdinand, John Beresford.
Honestly, before we started, right, there was the blue. It was this one here. Was the one for me was ultimate. But the more we've talked and the memories, you can only go for one, right? It's got to be Granda.
So I did say at the start of this that I wasn't going to put the Granda one in there, but I did, because I knew it would cause a little bit of debate between those 2 shirts. So are we going 4-0 Granda?
Yeah, it hurts. It took a battering there, and it doesn't deserve a battering.
Well, to be fair,
I'm tempted to vote for Ferguson just to kind of.
Mate, you were first voting, so we're going to go 4-0 Granda, right?
But Bessie's was a mail-in ballot. It doesn't count as illegal, so it doesn't count that one.
Yeah, but lads, we're not done.
That's in Pennsylvania, right?
We're not done.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Don't do what I think you're going to do. Don't do it.
So I've done it, lads.
Oh no!
I've put the one behind Decker, but we're not going for the McEwen's Lager one. We're going for the Blue Star one. And I knew, I planned this, lads. I planned it all.
I'm sorry, but
it's a tough one, isn't it?
It's the ultimate. I'm sorry. For me, this is the ultimate. Honestly, this is the greatest shirt that's ever existed in football history.
I've got to say though, this was the worst shirt. In history for clicks. In fact, the blue one was the worst, followed by this one. It was horrendous. You just looked at it and it got covered in clicks.
Totally right, mate. My mum braided us all over when I was a kid. She thought I was like dragging us through a hedge. I was like, Mum, I've literally just put it on. I haven't even
climbing walls.
I haven't even been outside yet, Mum.
It would catch on the hairs on your arms. And
do you know, you're talking about shirts clicking, and I'm going completely off track here, but remember the red England shirt?
Number one.
Do
you mean the?
So would it be
David Platt one with the?
It would have been the one. Yeah.
The World Cup '98 one.
Yeah.
Yes, the World Cup '98, Colombia, Beckham giving it that. Yep.
That was the same sort of material. Like as soon as you moved, it clicked. Like but there were like long clicks in them.
Yeah. Mark's spot on though about this one. I must admit it was horrendous for clicks. But honestly, just look at it, man. It's a perfect shirt, man.
Let's be honest as well. When everyone talks about Newcastle sponsors and what they want, they always say the blue star.
It's the best.
That Granda shirt did not have the blue star, like apart from obviously the centre of the brown ale.
Yeah.
That is the collar as well on it, mate. Like
it's got a bit of blue in. I love that there's a bit of blue because it's the same shirt. Under the button, there's a bit of blue like under that. If that makes sense.
On the.
What was really nice touch was
the arms as well, wasn't it?
Is when you open it up, that blue is the same as the away shirt. The whole away shirt is that. I mean, what a clever little idea.
The badge was massive as well, wasn't it?
You what, sorry?
The badge was massive on it.
Oh,
like the Newcastle badge.
Yeah, it was like embossed as well. Yeah, it was 3D.
It was weird, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's just all I can think is Andy Cole. Just every day of my life seemed to be scoring goals. Like honestly, like. Just running.
It did have it like the on the back of it was like a weird. The number 9 was a black square with the 9 on it.
Yeah, but I must admit the one I had didn't have that. Mine I just had Cole 9. But when you were in the players version, it had the square, like a big black square.
The name was as well in the back.
As
well.
Yeah, it was.
It's
that's what mine is upstairs. Mine 9 Cole with the.
Go on, bestie, mate.
The McEwen's one, obviously, it's the one that Declan's got. It's the black box.
Yeah.
With the white McEwen's on top. That peels off. And beneath that is the gold McEwen's lager writing.
Which is the one I've always wanted, the gold one.
You've got it. It's covered up.
No, I'm not chancing it. Like I've got an original one upstairs, and I did start to peel it, like, and I couldn't see yellow on that one.
I remember me and Taylor being kids playing football in the park in Jarrow, right next to where I live now. And I had to keep that top one. The sponsor fell off mine, and it started to come off his, but his had the yellow McEwen's lager beneath it.
Right, I'm going to peel mine off after this, and I'm going to go upstairs and peel it off.
Do it now. Bring it down.
You want to bring it down?
Do it live on the podcast.
Do you want us to?
I'm really bad in case he peels it and
no,
it's not there.
No, I've got two. That's my best one. There's no clicks on that or anything. That one is pristine. The other one I give to my lass, it's a wreck. Shall I go and get it?
You'll knock a fortune off it.
I'm not going to. Shall I go and
get
it?
Not necessarily. If you've got it with the yellow McEwen's lager, it's probably worth more than, because people don't know that.
If I can find it, I'll rip it off. Like.
It's definitely the case. It was the case for Taylor. I've seen photos. I shared an article with the lads earlier, and there's a picture of Steve Howie with half his coming off, and it's underneath there as well. I think originally it was the yellow one because they wore it at home at Tottenham the first game this season with the yellow writing, and obviously I think what sponsors are like. They like to have that brand kind of out there, don't they? So I think that's why they put the black box with the white.
I tell you what, we'll not do it because I don't want Decker ruin his shirt. I don't want Decker tears.
No, I wouldn't do it to that one, but I would.
Yeah.
I think I will do it the other one.
Right, don't do it yet, mate. Don't do it yet. We'll do it live on a podcast, so don't do it just yet.
Okay,
right?
Okay, I'll keep it.
So let's go to a vote. So we've got the Granda shirt against the Blue Star A61. I'll go first, right? Because I think you will be more torn on this one. I'm going Granda shirt.
Yeah, I'm Granda shirt as well. On this one, weirdly, the Asics on the first ones, like, they kind of did a couple of different runs of it. The first one, the Asics logo was like a fabric, and when you put it in the wash, it went all crinkled on the outside.
Crinkled up, didn't it?
And so after a while, they sort of put like a rubber version of it on, which obviously didn't have that problem. But yeah, Granda colour for me, like, no competition.
Mark?
I love this shirt, like, but Granda colour.
You just say Jesus under your breath.
I'm telling you.
Isn't it weird how hard it is? It's only a top, but it's really hard, isn't it? It's really hard.
Memories and stuff going in it. It's like,
God, honestly, man.
Mark looks close to tears, yeah.
I honestly don't know if I can.
You have to, mate.
If I can pick.
Yeah, Mark, I want to show you.
I'm enjoying this because Mark's now going through the same turmoil as I went through 10 minutes ago. But
oh, there's Andy Cole and Beardsley and
the absolute man. Honestly,
Steve
that's
Watson.
just my childhood there, you know. Honestly, honestly.
Obviously, I mentioned Mickey Quinn before. Mickey Quinn, Kelly, and then Andy Cole.
I'll wear the Mark. Only a decision, mate. What are you going for?
Adidas.
Really? Granda?
I don't know.
I was hoping you were going to go for Blue Star to make Decker sweat.
Yeah. I'm being honest, I would have went Blue Star, like, regardless of what Mark said. It means so much to us.
Right, okay, so Decker's gone Blue Star, right? So Mark deciding vote is on you.
Yeah.
No, I am. I'm going to say Adidas. I'm going to say Grandad.
Grandad?
It's not a bad choice. Like.
So, once again, we've just wasted the time because we all knew that was the best shirt anyway.
No, I don't think it is. I really don't.
What, just 2 hours long?
2 hours. 2 hours.
We could have just saved all the hassle and said this is the best shirt.
2 hours. I could have just put a poll out there.
The quality of that one there, I'll just have to send you this photo. The quality of that picture, unbelievable.
Right, lads.
But I've still got all three of them. I've got that one, the blue away, and the green and blue third as well.
Hold on a second. Did you know Andy Cole?
What's he doing now?
Hang on. Did you know Andy Cole wore the one that was made on acid?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's when we signed him from Bristol City.
I honestly can't remember. I've just seen a picture of him there.
Yeah, that was the season we signed him. Yeah. Oh. Did he not sign on Valentine's Day?
Let's call it up.
We've been going too long. Sorry.
2 hours. 2 hours have been going, right?
Have we?
So, Adam's just asked what's going on, like.
Yeah. So we'll wrap this one. Adam's going to go and edit this now.
Sorry.
So thanks for everyone that's subscribed to the Patreon. I hope you've enjoyed this 2-hour special, man.
Might have to put it out as a 2-part.
2-hour special. But this is just the first of many special ones. So, like I said, we do have away kits, third kits, and this is when Bestie comes into his prime with his goalkeeper tops.
Kris, can you imagine how hard some of these ones are going to be when we've just had this with these ones?
How long they're going to last? The way kits change every season. Half these were 2 years each.
Yeah, so I think we're going to have to select away kits, to be honest with you, mate. Similar to what we've done tonight. We haven't covered all the shirts. If we can pick 10, then we'll take it from there. But thanks for joining us tonight, lads.
Honestly,
it's been an absolute pleasure.
Honestly, I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed this one.
And I think this has been a nice little break from everything, which is kicking off all over the shop at the minute. And it's just good to talk about Newcastle and not actually talk about the players and how shit we are at the moment, and just appreciate some of the good times that we've had wearing these shirts.
Trip, like I said at the start, a trip down memory lane, like remembering not just the good things, but some of the bad things that we've had along the way, and the memories associated to those kits.
I'll be honest, it's normally a proper chore doing a podcast where I've been doing this for a year and a half years, and this is the one I've been waiting for.
Well, it's not actually, Bestie, because the one that you've been waiting for is the one which I mentioned about 2 years ago, where we just talk about Jonas Gutierrez for 2 hours.
Aye. I thought you were going to say looking for number 5 there, but
I can get on board with the Jonas loving.
Yeah. Right, lads. Thanks very much. Been an absolute pleasure as always, and I'll see you next week.
Thanks very much. Stay safe, guys.
Lads.